Hey, welcome to the Warrior Esports October 11th tourney. My name is Shane Leiblatt-Shevlin. Joining me is...
I'm Jason Splendid Bobble Myatt, and we will be giving you an excellent Warrior Esports tournament today. We have 8 teams, which means we're going to have, 2 rounds, then plus the third and fourth place and the first and second place game. So, should have a bunch of great games. Some old people, some new people, and Shane will be getting into that for you.
Yep, we're actually looking for... Brackets have gone live. We're looking for 2 new teams um, that we'll be watching today. And we're looking for the team captain of Choco Boys so that we can get that lobby started. They're going to be versus Black Battalion. So we haven't seen them. We Are RP has been as our returning champion from last week, and they're versus Endless 8. A little bit late to sign up, but we had a spot in the bracket, so we let them in.
Yeah, show up on time, guys. Come on. Registering late makes the tournament start late. It makes our lives heck. It's just a mess. So I know you have to wake up like 15 minutes earlier, and that's pretty rough. But it really does make everything better for everybody. So
Hey, looks like we're finally got some word from the Choco Boys. So be awesome to see them. We also got Juke Academy, which is a returning competitor week after week. It's always good to see them versus Illogical Gaming. Diamondback Predators, which I think is a new team. So we'll see how they stack up versus EasyBots. Well, I guess we won't see how they stack up, but when they tell us who won, we'll know if they're better than EasyBots or not.
that's true. EasyBots, they've gotten harder.
They did. They got that upgrade a couple patches ago, right?
Yep. Yeah. Well, and they're no longer Doom bots, but I can't remember if they upgraded the Easy bots or if it was just what is it?
The mediocre bots. What are they called?
Intermediates.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
intermediate
intermediate
bots.
bots. Yeah, I actually just started making an ARAM account for kicks because I got tired of if you have all the champs, there's like 70 champs you don't want to play in
I,
ARAM.
I hate people like you. I'm just throwing
Well,
it
I'm
out
not
there.
there yet. I'll probably never do it because like it's actually it's a tremendous amount of effort. Okay, lobby's dying. But anyways, yeah. It's a tremendous amount of effort to like actually get that account. But I mean, like you're playing it for fun. So like, why wouldn't you just want to play like Nidalee, Blitzcrank, and like just Nidalee and Blitzcrank, basically?
Do you have to be level 30? You don't have to be 30 to be in
No, you have to be
ARAM.
level 6 to play ARAM.
Oh, well, that's not a lot of work.
No, but like buying runes and champions is. Yeah.
If you're only level 6, it doesn't matter. And that's what you get if you make
I
an ARAM account. I hate people like you.
This is fair. That's fair. I mean, anyways, but like I'm not really impeding other people's fun. God, I had the worst ARAM.
Well, you are if there's 5 people on one team who have ARAM
Yeah,
accounts.
yeah, it really is. It was like Lux, Morgana, Sona, like Jace, Riven, and it was real bad. Like people were like, Riven? Why is Riven on the ultimate team? I'm like, she doesn't have mana, and she has like massive mobility in CC and like repeatable shield for tankiness. She's like the best like ARAM bruiser probably. Cyan might be better now, but he has mana. Like not having mana is the best.
Yeah, but the mana regen is pretty darn good in
Still,
ARAM.
you still need a mana item if you're gonna spam your abilities for any length of time.
It's not untrue, but I mean, Chalice is kind of useful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you have to like buy a chalice item, and that's really like buying like hydras, all the hydras.
All Hydras. I figure Riven wouldn't be good in ARAM because of all the CC that's normally there.
Eh. I mean, she's just there for like to stop. Like, she's really good at counter engaging. Like, if you try and engage on all of your like squishies with poke, and
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Haha! I'm gonna roll my face on the keyboard and stop you from doing that." Uh,
I guess that works too. I don't know. Is Nidalee still the god in ARAM now that they've
uh,
changed her?
well, they turned her from being like God Poke Monster to like God Dual Monster, and her poke's still fine. So like she certainly can clean up a fight and has like more better brawling damage. So
More better brawling damage.
more better, I believe is the technical term. Um, but anyways,
uh,
Blackfish. Oh, I know that guy, kind of.
you know,
Um,
Blackish.
Blackfish. He is the mid for the blue team, which should be Chocoboys.
Yes, Choco Boys is
Cool.
the blue team. Cool, and we're in champion select.
Are in champion select. So yeah, from what I remember from watching his games, assuming he hasn't changed around, he plays more passive mids, the passive late game scaling mids like Syndra and Oriana. He had a pretty mean Oriana from the games I've watched of his. But yes, so we are in patch what 418.
Or
So there are
18.
a bunch of changes. Trist got slightly nerfed, but I still think she's a premier pick.
I don't know if
And we
she got nerfed that bad. I mean, they boosted her short period attack speed, so she's going to do more damage
oh,
in the short term.
no, because they boosted her short-term attack speed, but they nerfed her scaling attack speed. So like there's only like 1 point from like level 9 to level 10 where it's actually more attack speed. At level 18, she's down 8% attack speed when she has rapid shot up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because she lost 1.5% per level scaling, just like
Mhm.
flat off of her base stats. And so, but at max rank, she gained 20%. So like if she maxed a rapid fire first, which she doesn't generally, there's the
No.
Trist ban. That's not surprising. Anyways, we have Rammus, which is probably just a targeted ban against the other team. He's kind of a solo queue hero. Like he's shown up a little bit more. Very, very tanky. Has great lane ganks. His team fight presence is a little bit weaker. Just because he really needs to stay on top of you, and he only has a single target CC. Ziggs has been classic. We haven't been seeing too much of him at Worlds, because there's just been kind of better picks after he got a couple nerfs. Rumble's been a world's hero, amazing top lane, just great sustain. Equalizer really can just completely turn team fights and catch people out from long distance. Yasuo and Jace, two very strong mobile mid laners. Jace has a ton of poke. Yasuo just has that insane long range hard engage, but kind of requires a combo. Yasuo got nerfed recently too, pretty big. 10 points of base movement speed. That
Hmm.
is really, really huge for being able to get away and like really get into people, especially with his built-in mobility.
All right, we got a lot of quick picks coming out here.
Yep. Early quick picks. Lucian, he's classic AD with Triss banned. He's probably top of the pack. He isn't like any of the hyper carries like Tristana or Twitch or maybe kind of Vayne, but she's probably not as strong as the other champions. But his like early game bruising plus decent late game scaling makes him just very, very strong. He did get nerfed. He has a mana cost, like nerfed early game. He has a mana cost on his Relentless Assault that goes away when it hits max rank.
Well, it's like it used to be. It was more of
Yeah.
a revert than a nerf.
Sure. Well, nerf from like the power level that he'd been playing at it, and the previous thing when they tried to be like, well, we nerfed his range, so let's dump a bunch of power into his other abilities,
Yeah.
and and then he's like, well, I can kick the crap out of things. We got a Lee Sin and a Lulu. Lulu's probably going top. Could be support, but most likely top. Lee Sin's just one of the classic like big three junglers right now: Elise, Lee Sin, and Kha'Zix, with J4 being very close. He's been showing up a lot more. His ultimate is very hit or miss. If the enemy AD has a dash, his ultimate's pretty weak. He has to wait till they've dashed to get it, so he really kind of has to get on top of them without using his abilities. But once he does, they're super locked up. If they don't, like a Twitch, he's really, really excellent because he can just cataclysm for that 3.5 seconds, and they're basically stuck in it, letting the rest of your team get on top of him.
And speaking of J4,
Yep. Yeah. J4 is picked up by Blackfish, but Blackfish is a mid, so it's possible it could be a J4 mid, but it's most likely a trade into the jungler. And Braum, classic early pick. A little bit surprised to see him out with Morgana still available as the support. Also Thresh. Although Braum fares pretty well against Thresh. Thresh is probably still top of the pack of supports right now. And picked up by Purple Team right here, just because his amazing tech, the mobility off Lantern is crazy, and the rest of his abilities are powerful crowd control abilities. Long range hook, AoE, flay, slow, knockback, which can knock people out of jumps and dashes. You can interrupt the flag and drag if you're really on top of your flays, which is very powerful. But ton of CC coming in off of blue team here, the Choco
Mhm.
Boys. J4 brings a ton of CC. Braum obviously just has lots of powerful CC and easier. He got a ton of, well, they called them like quality of life improvements, but they were pretty massive buffs. His damage was way lower than it was supposed to be, and he's weird. He's very very weird. It's really easy to underestimate his damage. If you haven't played against him and kind of not expect what he's going to do.
Oh,
Wow, that was like a last term pick. We might end up making this remaking this because that seemed like it was a random. And ye
you don't get randoms anymore.
don't get randoms. Oh, okay, they kicked you out of the.
No,
Okay, good.
no, they
Okay,
had to have clicked that.
so is that top lane ye?
I don't. That might be Jungle Yi. I don't know. We'll see here in 30 seconds because
That's true.
everything's locked in.
Yeah, like with the summoner spells, assuming they're not last minute switching, we're looking at a like mid or support Jarvan with a like solo lanes of
Yeah.
Azure and Yi. And we haven't seen that for a while, but it is pretty powerful. Anyways, last two picks. Jinx, little surprising. I consider her in the bottom half of ADCs right now. She used to have the hyper carry, but with the nerfs she picked up, her early game kit. Okay,
No, it looked like it wasn't a screw
yeah.
up.
So I'm not sure exactly how we're going to resolve this. Probably go through with all of the selections up to Yi. Um, yeah, well, hopefully we can get this resolved for you. Unfortunately, that was
Yeah.
a champ select failure. We will see how the tournament, the tournament organizers want to resolve this. I don't know if Warrior Esports has specific rules for dodging out like this. Let's see. Client, yeah, says he lobby bugged, TC'd and couldn't pick. So
Yeah, I don't think anyone believed the Yi pick, anyways.
yeah, like like I said, it went to right to the second. So I think same picks up to the Yi is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like giving them the chance to repick their last two champions
Yeah.
is um
Sorry, I'm having to deal with this. We're kind of short staffed today.
yeah, sorry, I can talk. I'll talk while you're messing with the logistics. I can definitely do that. So, anyways, we'll be getting back into that. But the patch notes, bunch of changes. They were kind of holding off on the changes for Worlds, which is still going on and is still playing on the 417 416. In any case, playing on a previous patch where these changes haven't gone. And Trist is really top of the pack. We've been seeing her tremendously outperform. The only like matches I believe Trist has lost is the ones where she gets way behind early, like her entire team gets behind early, and even then, like Trist teams from like 10k behind have pulled up very powerful games. Her resets are just, an AD carry with long range jump resets is very very powerful. Not to mention she has the best range of an AD carry in the game at level 18.
Right.
So, um,
Well,
so
ish. I mean, Cog still has more, and Twitch still has more range.
does he?
Yes.
I thought she outranged. What is Twitch's?
Twitch has the most because he's
Okay.
850.
When he has his ult up. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Twitch's ult. Well, her I guess passive range is the longest, but Twitch's ult and Cog's
Kog'Maw's,
W.
yeah, Kog'Maw's W. Okay, Kog'Maw's W does outrange it. I thought she outranged because I thought he went to like 800 with his W up, and she's like 803 at level 18.
Yeah, no.
But okay. Anyways, so the best continuous range.
Yes.
And her damage abilities aren't that great, but the fact that she has a jump plus the knockback also means her self peel is much much better than Twitch's or Cogs, who don't really they both have a slow. And it's actually a skill shot slow. Cogs is a little bit easier to like line up because it is a ground area slow, but they don't have the self peel that Trist has, which
Oh yeah.
is very very good. Just because distance gives you so much more damage than abilities can when you're on like a a fully built AD carry.
Yeah. And we see
Um,
the Aurelia instead of the Yi.
Aurelia is far more reasonable.
Mm.
Let's see. So was it a karma pick?
It was a karma pick, so they
Was
didn't change.
okay. Yeah, they didn't change. Yeah,
They opted not to change, which is fine. That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah, that seems completely reasonable. But so Jinx Karma, talking a little bit about Jinx. But yeah, so anyways, the other hyper carries just feel better. Jinx has the same self feel problem. She doesn't have a dash, and all she has is chompers, which are when they nerfed her by increasing the activation time on her chompers. It's really really hard to use those chompers as a self peel. It's very easy with the like 0.75 seconds that you have for the activation time
Hmm.
to just move out of the way of the chompers and not get rooted.
Yeah, well, this purple team is set up to protect that Jinx. Something
Yeah, they
fierce.
certainly do. They don't have, they don't have the triple shield comp that we were seeing TSM run. We are completely selected, so we will be getting into that
Yeah,
3 minute delay period before we get into the casting.
yeah.
But
And now everyone can see the summoner spells. So
yep. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys have that good overlay.
yeah.
So the summoner spells are up. Nothing that exciting in here. We have double heal coming out. So Blackfish is on Azer as we expected.
Yeah.
But he's running heal mid. We have exhaust coming out of Thresh. And exhaust coming out of the supports. We have the heal mid versus the ignite on Karma. So this is almost certainly a Karma mid with a Lulu top.
Hmm.
We might see some lane switches, but I don't. We haven't seen that many of those in these
I think
tournaments.
if the lane switch was going to come, it'd be from the Braum Lucian.
Yeah, assuming they know what they're doing, assuming they were on top of it, they could definitely either fast push that lane or pull an
Hmm.
early freeze and completely lock Lulu out of XP. I think that's a little bit worrisome because like Thresh Jinx will completely punish Aurelia in the same.
Yeah.
Like they're both Lulu is ranged, but also squishier. So I think the Braum Lucian lane swap isn't. I think it's it's a little bit scary. I'm not sure that's what they want to do. And I like Braum Lucian versus Thresh Jinx is interesting. If Jinx gets behind, that lane is done. So
Yeah.
it is very risky from a purple team's perspective. But if they can stay even, Jinx actually can duel with a Lucian. Just using her, she has much better poke, assuming she can dodge the Qs from Lucian through creeps. Um, with her rockets and her zap. So that would be an interesting matchup. Karma,
It's gonna be a nightmare if purple team gets the team fighting even with blue team.
yeah, they blue team has a lot of CC, and purple team doesn't. They have a kick. They have a kick and a knockup to keep Aurelia off of Jinx. So yeah, it'll be interesting. No, that's not true. They have Thresh too.
Yeah,
Uh,
they got their. I mean, there's
yeah,
a lot of protect.
yeah, they do have a lot of protect. They're a little short on AoE damage. They're probably
Yes.
relying heavily on those Karma Qs, which are pretty low area, and like Jinx rockets, which again are pretty low area.
Lulu Glitterlands. I mean, they're gonna need the opposing team to be in a line.
Yeah, like that's like glitter lance. It's hard to hit multiple people with a glitter lance when team fights going on because you need that slow on the person you need the slow on.
Hmm.
So if you can hit multiple people with it, it's great. But
Right.
um, so anyways, we are into this game. Yeah, like the just the like brawling team fight potential of blue team of Choco Boys is pretty impressive. Because Aurelia Braum are a Aurelia Braum J4 are a pretty tanky beefy front line, and they're actually pretty hard to lock down. Aurelia has her passive. J4 has great mobility with that flag and drag, as well as that ultimate. And Braum obviously has his stand behind me. His jump,
Yeah. Stand behind me.
yeah, stand behind me. His
Oh
jump
yeah.
with shield. So they have a lot of damage, like inherent damage mitigation and mobility in that tanky
Yeah.
front line.
Blue
Uh,
team's got way more mobility than the purple team. Yeah.
the mobility is very strong. They have great
Well,
CC.
especially with Azir, he's still got mobility too.
Yeah, he's got good mobility, and his like sustained team fight damage. If you're, he might be just like a better Heimerdinger. Now that I think about it.
A better Heimerdinger.
Well, I mean, his dudes are kind of like turrets. They do great. They're well, theoretically, turrets don't really do great damage when you fight on them, which is the problem with the dinger. Uh, but like his Arise, his minions do great damage when you're fighting on them. So if you're
Yep.
kind of like stuck in a J4 ult, or like stuck in a Braum glacial fissure slow, and you're surrounded by three Azer minions, and they're all attacking you. Like, and they do line damage as well, so they can actually they can do AOE if you're on top of it. His damage, it's very impressive if you're stuck on his turrets, basically, and because he can move his turrets, move his minions, he can, like
Yeah.
just way far ahead.
Yep.
He also does have, basically a flag and drag. He can knock people up by jumping to one of his minions, and his ultimate has a lot of battlefield control too. So tons of battlefield control out of blue versus kind of that pick and protect comp, because
All right.
Lisa and Thresh are some of the best picks in the game.
And we're off the fountain.
Yep.
Yep. Both these teams are grouped up pretty well. I bet you we're going to see an invade opposite sides from both teams.
Classic. Well, 5-man invade. This is very standard. You do
Yeah.
this to protect your going into ward. It's very important to do this not only to, like, if you get a catch, like we saw, who was it, Dark Passage get aced on their 5-man invade when they face checked a bush with their blitzcrank.
Yep.
Yeah, like 5 for 1 at 2 minutes basically. So it's very important to move as 5v5 and have vision, just to stop yourself from invading and getting picked. It also lets protect your vision. You can get vision on their buffs, see where they are, and see what they're doing in their jungle, which gives you good information on where the jungler is, and stops you from getting 3-buffed, as we saw in the first 2 games by TSM. Samsung.
Yep.
Yeah,
Against
against
Samsung.
they got 3-buffed because they didn't manage their vision correctly, and they didn't manage their lane rotations correctly. And well, that's much less likely to happen because, no offense to Black Battalion, but they probably aren't on the team fight and rotation of,
All right. Well, we're going to see a clash here because they're going in. Here comes the blue team.
is not here. So while blue doesn't have vision, they have the man advantage.
And there's flash on the Lee Sin.
Yep, looks like it's just going to cost a flash out of the jungler. Not off, because Lee Sin has good mobility. But he is also going to start late, because unless he can get this steal on this, he does not. J4 does pick up this blue buff. So
Why is J4 going back? J4 is staying.
yeah, this is
Thresh comes over, throws the hook on J4. This does not look good for J4. J4's got to get out of there. Lee Sin misses the Q.
and that will get J4 out of here.
Yep.
And Lee Sin actually.
Oh,
looks like
and
he's-
Lee Sin doesn't have flash. Lucian comes in for the clean first blood.
Lee Sin, after missing that Q, probably should have pulled back, because Braum had the stun on top of him. He did not have flash. They weren't going to finish this, and there, it wasn't like all the summoners were down. He got exhausted, and then 0% chance of escape.
Oh,
So this is really, really bad for Lee Sin. Lee Sin is an early ganking jungler with tons of mobility, starting down a buff and down a kill. Like, being behind, he's not going to get this red buff. He's not going to have any help with this red buff till.
Aurelius putting the damage on to Lulu. Real hard. Just going in with that Q, stunning, and then dropping the Q on her again.
Yep. The biggest problem is for Aurelia to be ahead in trades at this point against Lulu against a range. She needs to be lower health. So it's always going to kind of be a trade-off where she gets lower health. Wow, Braum.
And we got the early level 2 from the blue side going hard onto Thresh. We see the heal save. Oh, and the Thresh was just out of range of that Braum.
Yep. Just out of range. Yeah, beautiful heal by him. He would have died to that Relentless Assault Lightbringer procs otherwise. But, and this is the Braum Lucian lane that back when Braum was, just a ridiculous stat monster.
Oh, and there we go. The hook on Braum, bringing him under the tower.
Yep. Forced to flash. And he goes pretty low out of that, too, taking a tower hit. But he does have, I think he's used all of his potions. Doesn't have a ton of sustain, but he'll get back up to about 400 hit points when that potion finishes, a little bit more. But with him that low, it's very possible this Thresh and Jinx can continue to brawl.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to the Aurelia Lulu matchup. Like Lulu being ranged will should win it early, but if Aurelia can get in just lower hit points than Lulu and get a stun down, she will really punish it. And she's still hard on Lulu. Yeah, Lulu not being able to outpoke this Aurelia, so it is a very much a skill matchup. But Lulu is out of mana, very bad. She's down on creeps. She's gonna have to teleport into this lane to not lose that big wave.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a summoner advantage for Aurelia, which she can farm a little bit more, come back with a better item, either use the teleport top, or possibly even push and walk back into lane, keep that teleport for say, like a 6 or 7 minute dragon fight.
Well, it looks like Lulu's just going to walk back to lane. Aurelia's not fast pushing it.
Yeah, with Aurelia not pushing it, that's an interesting call from Aurelia. The wave's big enough that there's gonna be a big wave of creeps onto that tower when Lulu gets back, so that Lulu won't have missed very much. So Lulu getting to save that teleport, very strong. Seems like an interesting question from Aurelia. Aurelia doesn't push that well, obviously.
And Lucian going hard on this bottom lane again, gets hooked in from Thresh, almost gets into the tower. Yeah. We see the J4 coming down to help, though.
Yeah, it does hit the knockup on Thresh. That will be the end of Thresh.
Damn.
So another kill for blue team. Choco Boys up 2-0 and 1,500 gold. So that's probably from that good blue invade first blood, just putting Lee Sin behind. He hasn't been able to have any pressure. He's still level 3.
Yeah, he's just farming away. I mean, that's about all he can do.
Yeah, like before level 3, he can't really do a lot. And walking into a lane with a level 5, almost level 6 Aurelia, when you're level 3, she's just gonna kill you or stun you and walk away.
Yep.
So he doesn't have a lot of gank potential. Azir's pretty safe as long as he's not super pushed, assuming that he does have one of his minions saved up. So that's
Aurelia still hasn't gone back yet. She came into lane with that crystalline flask and just has been chugging the heck out of it.
Yeah, and she still has a 15 creep lead, but with Lulu having those extra items, that Fairy Charm plus that Amp Tome, she should be able to win trades against Aurelia until Aurelia goes back. So she should be able to poke this Aurelia out.
Oh, and we got the gank top with J4 coming in.
She's able to walk in. This is a dead Lulu. She's gonna have to ult. Doesn't have her flash. No, does have her flash.
She did use her flash, so there we go. She will walk out of it.
Yeah, she does manage to walk out. She should have flashed the flag and drag, I think, but you would have kept her much higher. But I guess if she was planning on going back anyways, maybe hoping that she could just walk out without having to flash. But that is not the case. Has to ult, has to flash, and.
Oh, and Thresh in there alone. Oh, here comes the teleport from Lulu, top lane coming down.
Stun Lucian, but she's a little bit out of position. Braum is at full health with that shield. Aurelia counter teleporting, but
she's got no health. What is she doing?
Dangerous.
Yep. Purple team re-engages on this. Thresh misses the hook. Lulu misses the
stun goes out.
Q.
Yep. And
Jinx does not want to be in the back lane here.
Yep. Let's see.
Karma comes down. Lee Sin comes down.
And Aurelia, she's going to live through it, but very low.
Down goes Braum. Thresh misses another hook. They need to get out of here soon. J4's coming down from that mid lane.
Yeah, that should be the end of the fight. Everyone's pretty low on resources. They look like they're rotating to Dragon, which sounds ridiculous. They can't do that with J4 being this high.
I think J4's gonna come in and get a penta if they do this. This is risky.
Oh, this is ugly. Oh man, I don't know if they feel like they're behind and they need to risk it, but
well, they are behind, but I don't know if they can risk it. Lee Sin is low.
Lee Sin is low, so he's not gonna be able to secure the kill. They do peel off.
And blue team re-engages the dragon.
Blue team re-engage, but there's only 3 from blue team here. This is pretty
Aurelia's going back top. She does not have teleport. Blue team is not going to try and...
4 people, 2 of them still low, but 5 from red team, very low. Looks like everyone should really just peel off here.
Nope. And blue team's going to engage the dragon. Purple team doesn't want to give it up.
This is a bad idea. There's too much poke, too much catch, as we were talking about.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
There's the disengage. Braum's gonna stop one of these backs.
Yep. He doesn't have anyone to support him, so
Yeah, he's just delaying them from getting back, giving Lucian as much free farm as possible. Giving Aurelia as much free farm as possible. He's gonna do it again here.
Yeah, no, this is really great play by Braum here and J4 to a lesser extent, because Aurelia's up top, free farming and pushing this turret and losing red.
Oh my god, he stopped her again.
Yeah, the vision they have is amazing. They should know as soon as you go back and he stops you, like hits a Q, like you're on top of wards, just go back. So, oh god, Lulu had to walk top. She did not get to go back. She has half health and like 20% mana. This is very rough for her because without mana, she cannot trade effectively against an Aurelia, especially an Aurelia that's ahead.
And Lee Sin lost his blue again.
Yep, great play by J4 and Braum. That's the problem, trying to go back on blues or go back on wards and not getting back in time. You lose so much time in XP. So, yeah. Otherwise, things seem to have cooled down a bit. Oh, never mind. Say that Aurelia's going hard on.
Oh yeah. I don't think she didn't have her ult. She does have her ult. Did she not have mana for it?
It might have. No, she definitely had mana. It might have just came off cooldown. Otherwise, maybe she was trying to get the kill without the ult, which seems a little greedy.
Yeah, a lot greedy.
Yeah, and it cost her a ton of life. So, luckily, Lee Sin is infinitely far behind. Actually, not that far behind. J4's been ganking so much. So J4's had a lot more presence, but J4's only 3 creeps up on this Lee Sin.
Yeah, that Lee Sin's still only level 5, though. That level 6 power jump is going to be huge.
Yeah, that ultimate, but Lee Sin's got to be pretty close to 6. So, should be getting there shortly. Yes, Juz does hit 6 off of that red buff. So Lee Sin, he hasn't had presence. That's been the big cost of that buff still. The presence that you went out of an early Lee Sin. But he isn't, he is basically, just a level behind J4, which is
in comes Braum, misses the Q. Thresh lands the hook.
But with that shield up, he's not going to take a lot of damage. And back to this lane, that's something we were talking about. Back when Braum had infinite stats, this lane was insane because Lightbringer basically auto-triggered Braum's stun with that double shot for free. Yeah. So like the Lucian Braum lane, super duper scary. Karma putting a ton of poke on Azir. Yeah. Mid lane, but they're basically just trading, playing really tight, and trading back and forth. No one seems to be getting too far ahead in these trades.
Yeah. Oh, and here comes in Lucian. Gets that stun on Jinx. Let's see if Lee Sin can do something with this gank. Misses the Q. Oh, they're getting low. Braum's just auto-attacking like crazy.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean,
there goes the
and a pickaxe to Jinx's just pickaxe. She just picked up that Vamp Scepter. Yeah. So like Lucian was 2-0 going into that with massive items. He's going hard on Thresh.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get out of this.
Yeah, that was too ham. It's okay. He was 4-0. Make it 4-1. Shutdown only goes to Thresh, but still pretty ham.
Yeah, it was an unnecessary death. But looks like Braum wants to make something happen back here.
That red buff that he had picked up, so that's a lot of power, lane power. Aurelia's going hard on.
I think they could turn on this.
Jinx bought a Vamp Scepter. She has like.
No, I think Braum's going down.
Oh, Braum is definitely going down because Karma rotated down.
Oh, and Lee Sin gets caught.
Yeah, J4 ults Lee Sin. Before he's used his safeguard. Which
I hear a teleport coming in. Aurelia teleports down from the top lane. But the disengage with Karma and Jinx, too strong.
Yep, too much disengage. She's not in position.
I think this is going to signal a dragon, though.
Yeah, she came down for the dragon. Lulu showed herself top. I don't think they can do much.
Yeah, Lulu's teleport is down.
Yeah, Lulu used her teleport to get back into top lane, and they saw that. I think she actually teleported to a minion up top as opposed to the tower as well, so it's going to be down for a long time.
Yeah, we can confirm that. Oh yeah, she teleported to a minion.
Yep. So, so that's really rough on her. That's an extra 100 seconds that she's going to, that Aurelia, or that her teleport's going to be down. Because Aurelia teleported to a ward too. Yeah. But if Lulu had teleported to the tower, she'd lose like 5 seconds in lane, but her teleport would be up almost a minute earlier than her own.
Well, she's getting a lot of damage on this tower. Oh, and Aurelia comes in and goes in hard.
Yeah,
Gets the stun, pops her ult.
Yeah. Yeah, the flash will get Lulu out of there. I don't believe
Yeah.
Lulu had her. Oh, Lulu did have her ult too.
Oh, and Jinx is gonna go down in lane solo
Yeah,
while
Thresh.
Thresh is out there warding and roaming.
Well, yeah, I think clearing wards around the dragon, but like I said, if Jinx gets behind in this lane, it's over.
Mm.
Uh, because like Braum Lucian gets like basically a guaranteed Braum stun, and he has so many ways. If he hits a Q, if you're near minions and he can jump to a minion and auto you. And then like Lucian can just like if he's ahead at all, he's not scared of relentless assaulting into you, queuing you, and then auto attacking you again, which guarantees the stun.
Oh, and there goes the Aurelia back in, trading hard with that Lulu.
Lulu ults late, doesn't get the knock up under the tower, which would have given her an extra tower shot on Aurelia. She really needed that to win those trades. So it looks like Aurelia just from like a, it's very much a skill matchup, but Aurelia is just out trading this Lulu, and it's probably because she burned all that mana early. Burning that mana early is really, really rough on Lulu. You run out of mana, and then you can no longer protect yourself when Aurelia goes on you. So what you want to do is you want to just poke with auto attacks because your auto attacks are so strong, and then use your skills to peel Aurelia off when she goes on you. Braum hits the stun. Thresh will give her the Dark Passage out though. So Jinx won't get caught again. Without that Dark Passage, she was in a lot of trouble.
Well, and we got two towers down for the blue team, so they're finally making the objectives happen.
Yeah, mid is still up, which is very, very good. Saving grace for red team, basically, that their jungle isn't completely, ripped open by blue team. They still have that protection of that outer mid, but it basically, like, Azir's just staying there farming, which is kind of like what Blackfish, as I've seen him. He plays kind of passive. He doesn't go super aggressive. He'll rotate when he needs to, but he'd rather just pressure mid, get farmed up. J4 and Lee Sin dueling in the jungle. With how far J4 is, J4 misses the flag and drag. Ults gets kicked out of his ult, but between him kind of for Lee Sin to go back in.
And Karma goes back hard, but looks like top laners came down mid, and Karma's got no mana for this fight.
Yep. So they're just gonna peel off, not gonna be able to re-engage, not gonna be able to pick up a kill, even though Azir and Aurelia are pretty low.
Oh, and Aurelia, no fear, comes in with the Azir.
Yeah, and that's the Azir damage we were talking about. 1 plus some auto attacks from his guys, and and he did like 30-40% of Lulu's health there.
Lee Sin's bottom. Let's see what happens here.
It doesn't look like he can't follow that.
He should have.
Death Rocket, he should have. Karma's gonna come in, clean up both these guys. They were going way too ham, way too aggressive.
Yep.
And that's what they need. They need some, getting some kills on those carries, on that Jinx and that Karma. Really be able to get back into the game.
It doesn't take gold farm, and it doesn't take a whole lot of levels for this purple team's disengage to actually kick in and work.
Yeah, and if they can get to that team fight phase where they can actually use all that disengage, it'll matter. Because right now they're still getting picked off.
Yeah.
Lee Sin and Braum being between those two towers, just way too aggressive. They didn't have good vision coming from mid, so they couldn't see the Karma coming, and that's the only way you go that deep. Otherwise you're just asking to get converged on like they did, and even with like Sin being low, Jinx being low, they were low enough too that just they get converged on, give up a double kill. I don't think they gave up a spree. I don't think they had another spree. They did not. Lucian had given up the spree to Thresh earlier when he dove that Thresh and just got hooked, flayed under the tower, and died.
Feed the support. Feed the support.
Yeah, well, it's not bad. Thresh, Thresh getting ahead on gold, get all his core items, and then he can get like a.
I don't know about this one. Aurelia looks like flashes the.
Yeah, Lee Sin flashes for the kick. Good stuff. Doesn't get the slowdown yet. Thresh late on the box.
This is the box.
Yeah, and that's the box nerf we saw late again too. You really need to be on top of your skill shot, like those abilities, because their activation time they made them longer. So you can't just like throw them up and they immediately hit. You actually have to plan it.
And those three guys top trying to catch Aurelia cost them that bottom lane tower.
Tower goes down. They wasted 2 ults, Lee Sin kick, plus that Thresh box for nothing basically.
Yeah, Azir's pushing mid lane hard, Well, three people clear out bottom. Uh-oh, we're going to see a catch here.
Misses a flag and drag. I think it's still a dead Thresh.
Yeah. Cataclysm comes in.
From Braum to split them up. Looks like everyone's going to get out okay, though.
Yeah, Karma Root stops J4 from going too much deeper. Thresh misses the hook again just by inches.
Yeah, that was, that wasn't like a missed hook. That was just like, I'm going to throw out the hook and hope that they...
Aurelia's coming in. This could be an ugly cleanup.
Very low.
Oh, Azir comes over the wall. It's just
yeah, this is a cleanup, and that's pretty much game. As your quadra kill.
Oh my god.
Long, not picking anything up. This is the story of solo queue, which is if you don't get something quick, from both sides, like just you miss a skill shot, they're getting away, let it go, because otherwise, like other people come in, they clean it up, you're too low, you don't have vision, you don't see it coming, and then like Azir just came behind and completely ruined. Like,
well, it's the mobility from the entire blue team. I mean, everybody on that blue team can get over a wall.
Yeah, they can all go over a wall. Aurelia is the least mobile. So when Aurelia is the least mobile champ on your team, that's saying something, because she's mobile for a bruiser.
And even if she sees a target over the wall, she can get over there.
Yeah, over some walls, not all of them. Yeah. But
Oh!
Mega Death Rocket.
Mega Death Rocket lives up to his name. They're going hard on this Karma. In comes the kick. Oh, Aurelia's coming back in with the teleport.
Yeah.
Lulu's back dueling the Lucian, but I don't know if that's gonna last.
Too far ahead. Well, it was 5-2-4 Lucian. Yeah, with Aurelia teleporting back in. I don't know, they're walking out of this. I guess they do only have 3 kills and they're kind of low, so they don't want to push on Nexus turrets. Lucian will cull this creep wave, and that will guarantee them this middle turret, I believe. Not if Lucian goes back, I don't think they can.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily they want to. Oh no, they got it.
Low enough. Yeah, I couldn't see the life bars on it, so it was low enough that they could clear that up.
Yeah.
So they bottom inhibitor down, which is insane. Best inhibitor to have. Baron is up because pressure is farthest away from Baron. It's hardest enough to clear that wave and be able to defend Baron.
I'd like to put a note out there that Aurelia's sitting on 2,800 gold.
Yeah, she apparently hadn't gotten to go back and buy. She has that Triforce and that Negatron, so she's gonna probably come out with Spirit Visage, Banshee's Veil. Does she want a Banshee's Veil against this team? Anyways, come up back.
I'd almost think a Spirit Visage would be the best way to go with this.
Yeah, Spirit Visage isn't bad. She really does get a lot out of that cooldown. The health regen off of Banshee's Veil is going to be really useful too. I don't think she's going to get a lot out of the shield. There's just so much random abilities off that'll pop it without. It'll just save her.
I think Karma's gonna get caught here, but Thresh is gonna get her out of there.
Actually, yeah, that Thresh Lantern costs them that Braum ultimate, and that'll really help because that's one of the major CCs from Blue Team. Oh, that hook just off of Lucian. That actually might have been a catch.
Yeah. Well, and that was a pretty blind hook too, because there's no wards in there from purple.
I think they have a ward in that small Wraith's bush, but the blue ward is on top of it. So,
oh no, you're completely right.
Yeah, so not completely blind, but Lucian walked the smart way. They're sieging this tower, not getting any damage. Blue team not getting much damage on it.
There's a lot of poke coming from Azir though.
Yeah, like look at that damage from Azir. Just a couple abilities over the wall gets ton of damage in. Lulu is stuck bottom having to deal with those waves. So they're, while not Baron, like being able to push on top, Lulu's the maximum distance she can be from this tower. They have it down to half already. Thresh is coming out with home guards. They're going to get the tower down before Thresh gets back in. And that's really rough. They needed that tower. This is probably a second inhibitor.
Well, they're getting a lot of good poke down on them, so if blue team engages and Lulu can get a good teleport into that lane, we see the ward go down, that's probably for the Lulu.
Ow. Jinx is at the well, actually, so they can't go. Thresh gets poked down to half. Lee Sin's taking some poke as well. The inhibitor goes down. Yeah, Thresh almost dies but gets out, but they're just getting that inhibitor and able to walk out. Culling puts Lulu down to like 30%. She can't really keep going. She has to, it looks like, but Azir puts up his tower. Azir puts up a tower.
He put that tower up earlier, but yeah, there's...
Okay,
there was just no chase they've got.
Yeah, they, two inhibitors down. They're just going to be able to close this out. Red team has not healed, so if blue team wants to siege, well, they're going to go around, rotate around. Nope, they're not going to rotate around. They're just going to go take Baron. That inhibitor did come back up, but there's still another super minion wave coming, so they're going to have to clear out that bottom wave.
Well, that's all the super minions. Super minions are done now on the bottom lane.
Yeah, they cleared out the last super minion wave. So blue team looks like they're just going to pick up both of red team's buffs, and then they're going to go and buy. They have double pink wards down on Baron, so they actually have vision control already, and red team probably can't even get out to clear that vision before blue team gets to Baron. So this looks like this is going to be, inhibitor down, open an inhibitor, probably, well, they're just doing buffs and kind of pushing out lane.
They're checking it with the death rocket.
Yep. Which gives Lulu enough time to go ward it, but that's really dangerous as well with J4, Braum, and Aurelia all in this jungle.
Braum throws the ult down onto the Jinx. In comes Aurelia.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they're not doing enough damage to Aurelia. So
yeah, there's just not enough disengage from this team. They're just going target after target. Lee Sin gets called down. Aurelia jumps over. Azir jumps over.
Yeah, the disengage isn't strong enough compared to the mobility. They need like a true, hard AoE disengage, like a Janna, to really stop this. Because the mobility is just, it's like, yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Lucian heads down bottom lane. He's trying to pick up that open inhibitor while the rest of their team's just poking out at the mid turrets.
Other people low, so they're going to get the second inhib, and then they can either just siege.
Thresh is coming in. He gets a hook on J4. Let's see if they can keep him in the fight and get the damage on him.
Isn't there yet, so she just shows up, does get the kill. Zero throws out the ult enough to get out.
Karma's going hard. Lee Sin misses the kick.
Yeah, she's gonna get the root on his. No, she does not get the root on Azir. He dashes over the wall before it finishes. Lucian relentless assaults away. Karma gets the slow. This should be a dead Lucian. Nope, Flash still had Flash.
There we go.
Yep, Karma gets the Q. So they're chasing, but they don't have any objectives to pick up. They protected that inhibitor. That's huge. This game is not over yet. If they had 2 inhibitors down, I don't think Red could come back. They're going to get a dragon out of this. Little dangerous, but only Aurelia and Braum here. They are split.
And Aurelia's super, super low. I don't think...
Braum is low. I think they can get this. Karma's not damaging the dragon, though, so they're taking a lot of damage. Jinx shows up. That will guarantee this dragon, unless Aurelia tries to suicide for it. Very close. Braum actually almost got the steal with that Q, which would have been insane. Dragon helps him gets a little bit of gold, but they are still 15,000 behind. This would be a hell of a comeback. They need to get a ward on Baron. They need to get some vision on Baron. They need to steal this Baron. That blue team knows that they're going back up to that dragon. They're all low mana. They're just gonna. Baron is free.
Yeah, that's easily a free Baron. I mean, right now we got Jinx is 4,000 gold behind. Freaking mid lane is 4,000 gold behind. It's stacked up on the carries something fierce.
Yeah, the creep score, just like the farm, is absurd. 70 creeps ahead for Azir, 70 creeps ahead. Oh, closer to 60 creeps ahead for Lucian, and 30 creeps ahead for Lulu. Just
the gap between Lulu and Aurelia is deceptively closer than the rest of them. They're only 3,000 away.
Yeah, but still, just all those global objectives, all those turrets, it's a lot of money. And not to mention being up 11 kills. Thresh he's just been barely off on all of these hooks, and I can't imagine that if those hooks had been if those hooks had hit, the picks they got, it would have changed fights. Could be a different game. The invade was really, really rough on Lee Sin too, giving up that kill plus his blue.
Yeah, that early kill was bad. Oh, Azir missed his skill shots. They're just fighting over this ward right here.
Yeah, he's an AP. His stuff's on a low cooldown. It's basically his poke. So he's just thrown out there. They're almost like Ziggs bombs. Let's see, Lucian powers up his
Culling.
And throws a culling down, poking him low. I don't know why they're pushing on top. There's nothing to be gained there. That inhibitor.
Well, they just got the inhibitor, so now they're gonna rotate down. It looks like to middle.
Out. So yeah, they can siege middle. They can go for that open inhibitor. No reason to stay there. Poke him out, rotating here. Should get this tower pretty quick. Yep, it's gonna go down.
Lee Sin goes in, decides to get out immediately. Cataclysm goes in on Lee Sin. The rest of the team is fighting hard. Aurelia gets poked low. Thresh goes down.
Yeah, but just
And I think
they can't win fights.
Yep, that's an ace right there.
That is the ace, and that will be the game.
Yeah, they just blue team way too far ahead. Even with as split up as they got in that team fight, they were still able to just solo kill people down.
Yeah, well, they have Baron buff too, so not only are they, not only were they like 15,000 gold ahead, but 15,000 gold ahead plus the Baron buff. It's just it's too much at this point in the game.
Less trouble killing you.
That's a very good showing from Chocobo Boys.
Yep, that is Chocoboys.
Chocoboys
Down Black Battalion.
Yep. It was a good a lot of good plays from both. Unfortunately, the mobility from the blue team just closed it out for them.
Yeah, and they had slightly better like map awareness and rotations, just showing up and managing to make take advantage of that. And that's that Jinx lane I was talking about. That's why I really don't like that Jinx right now. She can't come back.
Yeah, no.
When she falls behind, especially against as dangerous of a lane, as bullying of a lane as like Lucian Braum, there's just nothing she can do. She has no mobility. She has no good way to long range farm. So she can't. She just like literally has to sit under tower, soak max range XP, and hope to get a couple creeps. And she'll just fall further and further behind in that lane because she can't fight and she can't farm.
Right.
Because she comes out, she just gets jumped on like she did, and ends up feeding a couple kills. Which we saw. So either she needs non-stop jungle presence, and even then we saw Lee Sin come in, and if J4 shows up, or if Aurelia teleports in, doesn't matter, you're done. Because you're not going to win the 3v3 because you're behind. So while if Jinx can get to late game, it's great. It's very, very difficult for Jinx to get to late game. She really needs like a Sona, and you need to just like take advantage of like level 1 Sona having the highest damage and the highest support damage in the game.
Well, that would have been a real deadly lane, being as squishy as the two of those champions would have been.
It's you're very, very squishy, but you just have to have perfect positioning, and then you like outpoke with Soda Q, and you just get them really, really low at level 1, and then you just like shove the lane, get a level advantage, and you need to stay ahead and then not get ganked. You need your jungler to counter gank any jungle ganks that come in. But like that's the only way I can think of right now to really get Jinx to late game. She has to get ahead, because otherwise she's just gonna get like jumped on. So anyways, got to see Azir. He's new. He's pretty exciting. He ended up playing really well. Nothing interesting on the items there. Cooldown boots maybe a little bit interesting, but aside from that, very standard Sonya's Death Cap and Unholy Grail. But his damage was great, and his mobility and like battlefield control.
That quadra kill over the wall was huge. Well,
yeah, that was pretty impressive.
It was awesome. I guess it wasn't huge. At that point, he was kind of farmed and kind of far ahead of everybody else. They got low, just jumped over that wall, and they had no vision.
It got him huge. It was probably, it was finishing up his third item. Like, he went from like having 2 items to having 3 items off of that quadra kill.
Right. So, all right. Well, let's go to a break, and when we get back, we'll figure out who our next match is between.
Sounds good. We will see you guys on the other side.
Hey, welcome back to the Warrior Esports tourney. We had a little snafu with the other side of the bracket. We'll get into that after this game, but we jumped into Illogical Gaming versus Easy Bots about halfway through, it looks like, so 15 minutes in.
Yep, 15 minutes in. Score is 4-4. Gold is pretty even, slightly in favor of red team. They're up about 2.5k, and Aurelia is going very, very deep onto this rise. She will pick him up under the tower when her dash comes back up and get out just fine.
Yeah. She already got his top tower down, so it looks like it's been a pretty good fight up in that top lane for her. Rise coming out on the back end of that.
Yep, Lucian evens up the towers 1-1 on both sides, and that will help keep the gold lead to only 2k for red team here. Lots of just battling between the mids and supports. Mid, Xerath gets Nami very, very low. Kha'Zix goes in, forced to use his ult.
A good stun from Xerath, stunning out.
Yep. Will ultimate and pick up that Nami, not pick up anything else off that ultimate. But with killing Nami and the other two being low, it looks like Xerath's just going to be able to push this mid lane down. This should be another tower for blue team.
Especially with blue buff. Blue buff Xerath's scary.
Oh yeah, very, very scary. Like, him getting any cooldown reduction and having infinite mana. Soraka is low mana, so they have a little bit to worry about. We just came in, so we don't actually... There's the dragon timer, 2 minutes. Lucian winning a 1v1 duel with Kate down and bottom.
Yeah. Well, he's got the CS lead and 2 kills on her too. So he's...
Yeah, I don't know why she's that far. Maybe she got caught and like tried to run, but otherwise, just she shouldn't be trying it. Like, Lucian at this point in the game is stronger even with Caitlyn, and
well, she played in the bush hoping for those headshot crits, but she
yeah, but he has an infinity edge.
Well, he didn't at the time, but he does now.
Oh, he did finish it? Okay.
Yeah, he had the crit cloak and the BF sword.
Okay, crit cloak and BF sword. So he wasn't that much up on items, but his kit is just much stronger than hers at this point.
Especially if he gets the jump on her.
Yep. Yeah, if she's not getting extra auto attack before she's...
And we got Aurelia being cheeky in this top lane.
Yep.
Yep, goes hard on this Rise. She's still got dash to get him, and there she goes.
Yeah, yep.
She dashed a minion, killed the minion, stunned the Rise, and then just cleaned it up.
And we have a pause coming out. Lord Pitt has disconnected. Kate has disconnected.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have some DCs. Unfortunately, we have another delay for you guys.
Nothing but delays, right?
We can talk a little bit about items right now. Let's see. Maokai Jungle, actually. That's a little bit...
Maokai Jungle and Soraka support. I want to touch on the Soraka support for all of her changes. If we still have a second. I mean, Soraka with a root. I think that's huge.
Yeah, she has a root. It's more like battlefield control than root. It's like Victor's stun. Like, you really have to do something for them to stay around and get rooted. Otherwise, they're just going to walk out of it.
Well, I've had a couple of games where you get Lee Sin's on the wrong side of a wall, and you throw that silence, and he can't jump over the wall to his ward, and then he gets rooted.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a very like techie piece skill. It's very cool. The rest of her kit is interesting. I'm not sure exactly where she stands power wise.
Well, she got at max level. Her heal is a 1.9 second cooldown.
Yeah, but it does hurt her. So
it does. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's almost just worth stacking hit points on her and just cranking health to the guy low on your team. I don't know. I think it's a cool mechanic they put in.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an interesting change. Soraka, I think, has gotten more reworks than any other champion in the game, because I think this is her 4th rework, I want to say.
I think you're right.
I think it's 4th. It's definitely at least 3rd. So she's and that's just some of the problem with when you have a character whose like main kit is designed to make everyone else's kit better. They've had huge problems with that. You've seen that historically, where they've been getting rid of most of the global passives that are just super powerful. Like the Janna speed boost passive got nerfed. They're nerfing the Zillion global XP buff, because that's just proven to be a huge problem. TF's global gold, like everyone gets extra gold per minion kill. They got rid of. Like,
well, she's still got Wish.
Yeah, she still has Wish, and they wanted to maintain that. They're like, that is, Wish is her thing, and we want to keep that. They still have global ultimates or pseudo global ultimates.
Yeah, I mean, there's still Shen.
Yeah, there's still Shen, there's still Karthus. TF and Pantheon had their range reduced, but they still have long range pseudo global ultimates.
Well, this blue side's doing a good push.
Yeah.
Aurelia's, they got to be careful. Aurelia's going to come from behind.
Is coming around from behind. They don't get the tower. They are going to get flanked here. Aurelia's going to go, but it's going to be like,
And there she comes in. She flashes.
Yeah. Flashes only gets the slow on Xerath, so their Wish comes out. Tidal Wave hits everybody. Great wave, but they're all pretty low. Soraka's forced to flash, but no one dies. Great plays by blue team to just kind of stop Aurelia from cutting them off and making sure that no one really got locked down. Lucian eats a spear. That's pretty rough. He has to back off. Red team doesn't have a creep wave, so it looks like they're going to rotate to this dragon with the pings coming out. Blue definitely can't contest. They're all too low. So this should be a free dragon.
Purple team's just bringing so much aggression to this map.
Yep, tons of aggression, great rotations, and while the kills are even, their objective control, they're going to go up almost 3,000 gold here. Yep, 2,500 gold in the lead. So they're maintaining a small but respectable lead. And that middle turret is still up, so they still have plenty of easy pickings when it comes to objectives to pick up some extra gold. Then again, the red team still has one outer turret up as well, so there's still some easy objective gold on the map. It looks like everything's kind of slowed down a bit. Everyone's farming. Lucian and Soraka pushing mid, but they're not going to be able to get up to that tower. Kate's actually going to be able to solo pressure. They have good ward coverage too. 2 wards in the river, 4 wards basically covering their side of the map. Then that Tribush warded. She's not going to put any pressure on that tower, though. She's just going to back off, be safe. Too many people not in vision.
Yeah, it's a smart call. I mean, with Lucian and
Maokai rotating.
Maokai coming down, yeah.
Yeah, she might have been able to do a little bit, but because she can't 1v1 Lucian and probably can't get away from him, probably smart to just get out of there instead of risk her life for money.
She still hasn't finished her IE.
Yeah, she bought that Vamp Scepter.
Yep.
She is, yeah, so, I don't know if the Vamp Scepter was the right call. It's really rough. AD carries have that very difficult choice where they want to get, the smaller techie items. Being able to have that lane sustain off of lifesteal is really good. But being 800 gold behind on your big items is huge. It means you don't have that power spikes when you need it. Because Lucian's had that IE for a couple of minutes now. He's... Why? What is he? Oh, he's building the Ghostblade. That's what it is. I was like, what is all the gloves and double longswords? And it's like, oh, it's
Ghostblade. Yeah,
Ghostblade.
no.
It's weird. You usually see the Brutalizer finish first, but either he didn't have enough money or he bought the crit gloves first.
He might have bought the crit gloves thinking he was gonna go Sheen first.
Yeah,
Zeal.
Yep.
Not Sheen.
Well, Zeal isn't part of Ghostblade.
It's part of the Triforce of the Phantom Dancer or the Shiv.
With the longswords, that's what I was with the longswords.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The Yomu's Ghostblade here, and it's actually shown to be a very good burst item. The 50% attack speed buff on your ADC.
We got a 3-man gank down here. Flash from Kha'Zix going in, but that mobility is just going to get him out of danger.
Yep, between the Relentless Assault and Kha'Zix did trade that flash with Lucian, and that's actually probably a very positive trade for Red. The ADC not having flash, Aurelia diving this Rise again.
No, but Rise gonna get some help, and Red Puff's gonna take that Aurelia. That's
so
rough
actually,
life.
1-for-1 is pretty good here for Rise considering where he is, and for everyone out there wondering how you beat a Rise in solo queue. This is how you beat a Rise in solo queue. You probably get some early jungle help, and you just don't let him farm ever. You just
stay on him.
Yes. 0-5-0, one of my good top lane friends joked. He's like, when you're playing against a Rise in top lane on the enemy team, his score should be 0-5-0. You should literally come up.
And the flash from the Xerath over the wall, following the Nami.
Yep. Beautiful electro pulse from
and that was blind. He didn't know where she was. He guessed.
Yeah, he watched her walking, But this is another like skill thing for all you for all you players out there. Look at the terrain. Like, if you're staring at the enemy champion, it's much easier for them to juke you. If you're looking at the terrain, there's only so many places they could go. Nami was walking around that little wall where the Wraiths was, so he jumped over and he just fired his electro pulse, so the width was like basically everywhere she had to walk, unless she walked towards Baron, which it was unlikely that she was going to do.
Right,
So,
she wanted to get away as fast as possible.
yeah, so fire your skill shots, looking at the terrain, looking at where people can walk, and where they basically like have to walk instead of looking at where they are is very, very good for landing your skill shots and being able to set up something where people can't dodge it. There's no jukes they can perform, or their only jukes are back into your team. You set them up in a no-win situation. They either walk back into your Maokai and get rooted, or they get hit by your Morgana Bind.
Yeah, that 4-0 Xerath.
Ooh, yeah, he's Xerath. Xerath is scary, and we've seen him do some great stuff in Worlds. He's obviously making tons of plays in this game. But like when he gets late game, his range is like almost unbeatable for an AP. He has very low cooldowns. He has a good stun. It is a single target, but it's still a good stun. And
here comes Maokai in here, jumps on the Nidalee, but they're just doing that to keep him off the tower.
Yep, just try and scare him away a bit. That's how Maokai pokes, unfortunately, basically. He throws the sapling on you, or he roots on you, knocks you up, and walks away.
Xerath's getting a little bit low on mana to keep this clear going.
Yeah, I expect as soon as Xerath runs out of mana, this tower is going to go... Aurelia is actually going on Lucian. Holy crap.
Going hard. The teleport comes in late from Ryze, and she's just going to walk away from that. Ryze doesn't even want to fight that. I mean, that's a bad fight. Aurelia coming in behind. This blue team's got no mana.
Yeah, Red just diving on here. Ryze is here.
Yeah, we see the tidal wave. We see the Kazakhs going in. He wants the Soraka. Gets the reset.
With Ryze being here, this is too deep. Red team. Well, it looks like it's actually, they only got 2 kills, so 2 for 3. Effectively 2 for 2 if you don't count that Aurelia just murdering Lucian bottom. So not actually a bad outcome for blue team, considering like they have a very late game team. Xerath scales amazingly well.
Yeah, but that shutdown on Aurelia is gonna be rough. That's whoever got that on the blue team.
It's still only a 2.5K gold game. It's gonna go to like 3.5K here with this tower. Just under 3,500 gold.
Yeah. Dragon is live though.
Yep, but they have some decent scaling. Red team does. Kazakhs, Aurelia, Kate all scale pretty well, but nothing like Xerath, Maokai. I don't know how well Soraka scales, but I assume she still scales really well. That heal just gets better and better as the game goes on. Being able to stack extra hit points, it's like the shield comps that TSM runs, where it's just like, we have a Tristana or a Twitch, and then we're
gonna see this dragon fight, and Aurelia jumps on Maokai, Nidalee jumps on Maokai. Aurelia jumps over the wall, gets on Xerath. Yeah. Xerath ult right in front of Aurelia, which probably a bad plan.
That seemed like the right play, and and
Aurelia's going ham, goes over the wall, gets the Q, gets the slow, walks out like a pimp.
Force as well as the cowl finish. She's too big. This is one of the problems with Aurelia. She snowballs more than anyone else. You can't lock her down because of her passive. Like the tenacity, you need very specific. You basically need knockups, like long duration knockups, because she just ignores everything else.
Well, this is what the purple team needed to break this the siege blocker from the blue team. I mean, with Xerath and Maokai and Soraka, I mean, they were going to be able to hold towers forever, but...
Yeah, and being behind where they were, and especially with this mid-game power spike, like, Nidalee is as strong as she's going to get, pretty much. Aurelia, like, she's far ahead. You need to even out those items. You can't be fighting a 9-2-4 Aurelia with a Triforce and a Blade of the Rune King. You can see, she just ignores your entire team. She just goes in there and just murders people. She's just like, murder you, dive you under tower. Doesn't care about towers, doesn't care about your entire team.
Nami's definitely feeling like her team's ahead picking up that Soul Stealer.
Oh wow, did she just buy it too?
She just bought that.
That is 28-minute Soul Stealer.
That's a BM right there.
Yeah, can we get some PJ Salt in the chat? I don't know. Anyways, back to the game. Like, I don't think blue team should have contested the dragon.
Yeah.
You know, less than 1,000 gold at this point.
Well, they would have had to poke him down a whole lot more if they wanted to fight it, and they were just in a bad position.
Yeah, they didn't have great vision. Their vision wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. So I think they should have just like poked, made sure they weren't in a place where they can get like Nami hard engaged on. You know, not get hit with a wave or anything like that.
Well, Maokai was too far forward. Basically, it was Aurelia and Nidalee on him 2v1 for a good 3 seconds before the rest of the team showed up. Like,
And their tank just went down. So yeah, you just can't get caught without like if you don't have great vision, you should just be playing it safe. Get your poke, slowly move in, because like Maokai was dead basically before that fight started.
yeah,
And-
like Maokai can go in, but he can't go out.
Yeah, and like he can't go in if the rest of the team's not there, or the rest of the team can't be there. And Aurelia she's too big to be getting caught out. Her stickiness between Triforce and Blade of the Rune King, you're not gonna get away from her.
And here's the rotate to the top lane.
Yep. Well, I think they're just gonna pressure the lanes. If they get a pick, if they get a catch, they get a Baron being on this side of the map. And otherwise, they can just kind of pressure. Bottom looks like I can't tell which way it's pushing at this point. Yeah.
It's gonna be pushing purple side to blue side.
Yeah, it is going to be pushing down. So purple side definitely has the creep advantage. Aurelia does she has teleport up? Aurelia has teleport up. She's going to go down bottom, and like with Aurelia being this fat, there is a huge split push problem because no one can 1v1 her.
Yeah, no one can 1v1 her at all.
She won her under tower, as we've seen. She's dove tower. She's dove Rise under tower like 4 times. So they're in a lot of trouble. They're going to send Rise down, but he can't do anything. He's going to get dove under this big wave, and then she's going to take that inhibitor. So they need to give up this inner tower. They just need to give it up, and they need to walk down.
Yeah, they need to protect the base. This outer tower is not.
Because they're going to lose another inhib. Kha'Zix is coming in mid. So they're doing. I don't think red team needs to 1-1-3, but there we see. Aurelia forces Rise off the tower. Kha'Zix is down. Yeah, he's just rotating down. This is going to be this tower. Tower's dead already. Blue team's rotating in. They have to defend their Nexus turret. But
Kha'Zix blew his ult for. He must have done that to get down there and was just using his last charge.
Yeah, probably. He might have like tried to stealth through so the blue team didn't see him come in or something. But
It looks like purple team's gonna get this last tower, so that's all the base towers down.
and because blue team can't really team fight, they need a catch. They need a catch and probably not a catch on Aurelia. They need to just go now because otherwise they're losing all 3 inhibitors. This game is over.
Yeah, well, they're gonna try. Xerath misses his stun. They get a slow on Nami.
Nami hits 2 with her ultimate. That's going to slow him down. Lucian gets poked down to half by Nidalee. And Aurelia and Kha'Zix come around. This is the end of the game. Red is going to clean up blue.
This is going to be rough to come back from. They're going to really have to hard outplay this one. And they almost are. Like, we see a lot of low health bars, but blue team did not go down.
Yeah, Lucian doesn't die. Red team wasn't able to get there in time. Nami had already used her ultimate, so she wasn't able to really interact in there. And Aurelia and Kha'Zix just weren't able to do enough. They focused Kha'Zix, which was smart, and Aurelia ends up having to walk out because the rest of her team wasn't there. And maybe this might have been the turn. They lose middle
Just one inhibitor.
Yeah, middle.
Well, they lost a lot of towers.
Yeah, all their towers are down. So it looks like they lose the game if they lose a team fight like anywhere on their side of the map. But they have salvaged it. They showed that they can do something against like Kha'Zix Aurelia. But if everyone else was there, they lose it easy.
Yeah, no, the Kha'Zix Aurelia engage was just slightly sooner than the rest of the team could get in there. And like you said, there were a lot of ultimates that were used there, just getting those top towers down.
Yeah, it looks like they might have been. It looks like there might have been poor communication because most of them didn't like run hard. They needed to like run at the rest of the team to get there right on time, and even a couple seconds delay, ends up in them not being there in time, not being able to clean up low health bars of blue team there.
Yep, no, definitely.
However, they are just doing the smart thing here, which is like blue team has okay vision. It's actually pretty good, but they're just gonna push up the lanes and then like 3-man Baron while Aurelia, they have to have multiple people bottom to deal with Aurelia.
Yeah.
So this is the problem with like a big top lane. She's pretty close to a hyper carry when she.
Well, and they got no vision, so I mean it's not like they can go out there and check. They've got to.
Yeah, they have no vision on Baron. They have vision of their jungle, but it doesn't matter. The lanes were pushed. They couldn't. They can't interact profitably with Aurelia 1v1. And she was threatening their base or more inhibitors, so they're just gonna have to deal with a Baron.
Yeah, and they're pinging Aurelia to stay bottom, and they're gonna push top.
Yep,
So.
the split push is exactly where they want to be.
It looks like Lucian's gonna stay down there and try and fight her. I don't know if that's the best plan.
Yeah, he probably has the best. Like his mobility is better than Ryze's root against her because of her tenacity. She has treads as well, so Ryze's root just doesn't last at all. And so Lucian, Lucian with his, the cooldown reduction on his dash means he might have a chance of kiting an Aurelia.
Right.
But like Blade of the Rune King plus Triforce is so much stickiness. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be rough. Well, and Ryze goes back down to middle. Oh, and in goes Maokai. Maokai gets the pick onto
Yeah. I think he should.
Nidalee.
Wait, he's too low. Aurelia's mid, but isn't gonna do anything about this. Xerath's rough.
Xerath's getting her. Throws the ult. Misses 2 of them, so he's not gonna be able to close that out. They're putting the aggression back on top. Lucian is playing pretty good 2v3.
A bubble, so he's not going to be able to clean up kills. Good Ryze catch on Nami here too. Aurelia is still bottom though. Maokai's having to deal with her. So
Yep, but
inhibitor down.
But she was also unable to get any objectives. So
yeah, she was kind of like in between. She should have gotten that middle inhibitor instead of like pushing on the Nexus turrets, I think.
Yeah.
But good repulsion, like only losing 1 inhibitor against a baroned up red team that's 10,000 gold ahead. If they can keep this up, it's probably another 5 or 10 minutes of like farming their lanes before they can really like bang 5v5 against red team. But at that point, especially if they can get some like good Xerath poke in, they might actually be able to win team fights because Maokai's just going to get tankier. He was, he's just getting items now. Like he was basically only on his ancient golem for a while, and he has that locket finished up, and he's getting that Randuin's, and that's going to help a ton. Just getting resistances, because his built-in tankiness is based mainly around health regen. That percent health regen with when he auto attacks, as well as that 20% flat reduction.
Yeah, he needs to get a whole lot more health, because in a lot of reality, I mean, Soraka kept him up. I mean, speaking of that, low cooldown heal with Wish, I mean...
Yeah, no, and Soraka's really helping a tremendous amount here, making sure that the team isn't...
Oh! Xerath catches Nami, throws the ult, let's see if he can... No.
Heal is enough to keep her alive, but he will poke her down very, very low. And that Baron buff is still up, so between that Baron buff and her heal, she's going to be able to get back up.
She doesn't have Baron buff, she died last time.
Oh, she does. Her Baron buff is gone, so just between that heal.
They're trying to get that Banshee Veil off of Aurelia, and there it finally goes off.
At 3v2, but Aurelia doesn't care. She's going to kill this Maokai.
Oh yeah, hard on the Maokai.
Yeah, meanwhile, the rest of Red Team gets that top inhib, and they're probably going to push down, get this 3rd inhibitor down, and that's gonna be the game. 3 inhibitors down, Red Team can just...
It's going to be very hard to hold this base off. I mean, they've got a lot of AoE damage, but I don't think Xerath can do it alone.
5v4, 3 of them still have Baron buff. 3 of them still have Baron buff.
Yeah, Baron buff should be falling off here shortly. Aurelia's going back. We know she's got teleport. We have a pause.
Pause. Oh, Nidalee disconnected, I think. That would explain. Yep, there's Nidalee disconnected.
There's the Nidalee DC.
That's why she was getting completely obliterated by the Xerath.
No, Xerath's that good. Don't take it away from him.
So...
No, it's gonna be rough. I mean, this is the last stand, the Alamo.
Yeah, but I mean, all they have to do is wait the 45 seconds to a minute for those double super creep waves to get here, and then like Maokai will be back up, but still, it's 5v5 against 6 super creeps every 30 seconds it's pretty rough, even with both your Nexus turrets up. That is pretty much their only saving grace. They have pretty good AoE. Soraka's wave clear AoE went down with her with her real.
Yeah, no, she doesn't have that. She can't hit everything with her Q anymore.
Yeah, she's not hitting everything with her Q. Ryze can really only wave clear on his ultimate, but he's at the point in the game where it's pretty darn close to being up every 30 seconds. Yeah. Maokai has okay wave clear, so they actually have enough AoE that they can maybe deal with
this. If Lucian can get a good Q on a bunch of things.
The biggest problem is there's too much poke. Like they have to worry about getting caught by a Nami bubble. Kate's poking, Kha'Zix is poking, Nidalee is poking, and
Mhm.
Nidalee's hitting hard. She's 3 itemed, like with that Lich Bane and
Well,
that.
she is AP Nidalee, isn't she?
Yeah, so those spears, even though they nerfed that, she's no longer chunking Lucian for like 85% off that spear, but it's still hitting for 40, 40 or 50%.
Right.
Uh, we'll see if this Nidalee gets murdered before she can do anything. She does not. She gets healed back up to full.
To full hell. Oh, and Lucian's way too deep.
Yeah, he's gonna die to that Kate headshot. Yeah, with 2 more dead, Ryze is dead as well. This is the end
I
of the
don't
game.
think it's gonna make it another 5 seconds to.
Double minions are not even here yet, and blue team is decimated. And we're about.
Maokai's coming in, puts the root on to Nami, but it's wrong targets, wrong place, doesn't matter.
I don't know if the 3 could even just fight off the 6 super minions coming in. So, yep,
Yeah.
good. Red team closes it out, which they needed to do because they probably did not win that late game.
No, that late game would have been real scary. So congratulations to EasyBots, proving that they are not that easy.
Yep. Well, I know I have some friends who've lost to bots, so like easy bots, they can get kind of scary at times. Anyways, yeah, congratulations to Easy Bots. They'll be going on to our finals against Blackfish's team. What was the name?
Choka Boys.
Yep.
We did have a forfeit with We Play for RP. They didn't have their 5th, which is going to that's going to put iLogical Gaming in 3rd. We Play for RP 4th, and then we've got the final match coming up.
Yep, the final match, which will be between Easy Bots versus Choco Boys.
Yep.
And based on what we've seen, because we've seen both of those teams now, they should be very, very good. Because EasyBots played great in this game, really knew what they needed to do, and I mean Aurelia was obviously just a fed monster in this game. But and Choco Boys, we saw some great rotations and some great mechanical play as well as a
lot of good vision control.
Yeah, good vision control, and some cool new champs. Getting to see the Aesir come out from Blackfish. So.
All right, well, let's take a break, and we'll get these guys on the other side.
Oh, see you guys in a little bit.
Hey guys, welcome back to the tourney. We are looking at the finals, and Jason had to go, but Sean will be picking up in his place. We've
Hello,
got
everybody.
Yep. You guys know Sean. You guys just don't know Sean. Sean's always on the back end doing all the video. He's our spectator and sets up all the scenes. He's actually we've got to fix a little bit right now, so that's what you're seeing. So bear with us as we fix this video. We gotta do it live because XSplit does not give you the ability to edit scenes off camera.
I was about to say, if there are any XSplit developers listening, please live editing, like that I can do off scene. That's all we want. Let's see if I typed in my name correctly.
Yeah, no, that's one thing they've talked about in the forums for a while now is off-scene editing, but they still haven't implemented it. I think it should be pretty easy to lock a scene in and then allow you to go to another one, but...
Well, I know OBS allows you to do that, so you would think...
You're kidding me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Apparently we need to switch to OBS.
Well, you see, functionality is... Some things XSplit does better, some things OBS does better.
Hey, Sean is on camera.
We are on camera.
Awesome.
I wear a collared shirt just for this occasion.
Yeah, I got a collared shirt on. Just
No, I know.
See my pants.
I had a. Oh well, you know, we don't need to see that. We don't need to see that at all.
No one wants to see that.
No. I'm wearing shorts, but you know, it's just the top half is nice.
Well, I can't ever say that my top half is nice, but you know.
Well, you know, it does happen. It's okay.
Yeah. All right. We got Choco Boys, which is a new team, versus Easy Bots.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see we play for RP in that other game. We had a forfeit, so they'll take 4th place. So we're right on to the finals here.
Yep. So this is for 1st and 2nd, not for 3rd and 4th, like everyone's used to seeing. So sorry to disappoint there.
Live
and a quick Aurelia ban.
They saw the last game, of course. I mean, nobody snowballs quite like Aurelia out of the top lane. Maybe like an Akali too, but you don't see much of Akali.
Well, we've seen Aurelia overpoweredness this entire tourney. I mean, 2 games ago, she was raping the heck out of a Lulu top.
She's the bane of my existence in solo queue.
Is someone a top player?
No, you see, I'm a support player, but I always play with top laners that feed my, the Aurelia, and then my ADC can't survive in the late game.
Gotcha.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, if you were a better support, it would need to.
This isn't about me. This is not about me.
Lucian ban. Lucian, obviously a very power pick. We've seen it in, I think, every game so far.
We have. I mean, I love Lucian. He's got some great lane presence, and his mid-game power is great, too.
Yep.
See
a Gnar ban and a Syndra ban. Syndra we haven't seen the entire tourney. I'm betting that's targeted.
How about the
Gnar's
ban?
got to be targeted.
It has to be, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't see. I don't see the Gnar is not that super destroying champion unless you're really really good with him.
I haven't seen. I mean, I haven't seen any pros master him yet. I'm sure there will be somebody, especially when he gets a little bit of tweaking, but not yet. And you have a Kha'Zix ban coming out too. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And one of those standard jungle bans. I think we saw that team, the purple team, destroying with that last game too. So.
I think he's the best overall jungler for my money. Medios always talks about how right now he's got to be the best jungler. So it makes perfect sense to get rid of him.
Percentage of health is still percentage of health, and a dodge.
Well, apparently we had a bit of a. Do we have a misban? Somebody dropped out?
No, it looks like somebody's router.
Oh, okay.
Got messed up.
We'll keep the bans the same then, and
because that's the way the cookie crumbled. Someone's asking why they're on purple side. The way all the brackets are set up, I mean, you will be on the top in the bracket is blue side, bottom of the bracket's purple side. It's just the way it works. So.
They need to pray to RN Jesus.
Yeah, pray to RN Jesus. Right now, we don't seed anybody, so unfortunately, if you're bottom in the bracket, you're always going to be purple side. But you always get the double pick, so I know a lot of people love that.
And next week you come back and you're blue, so it likely evens out.
Yeah.
Just play more. The more tournaments you play, more likely it is to even out.
Well, what do you think about the blue side, purple side?
I mean, I think it's a little bit overblown. I realize the blue side wins more often. Was it 55%? Is it 54? Something along those lines? Because, I mean, I feel like in the early game, blue definitely has the advantage. But, I mean, purple gets some advantages too, right? I mean, they can. I feel like they can control Baron. Baron's a little bit closer to them. I know the Baron pit opens up on the other side, but I don't know. It feels a little bit overblown.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, when it comes down to, I guess if you're a team that wants to get that first pick and that first pick matters, like I have to get this champion or we lose.
Sure, absolutely.
Then blue side matters, but I mean, when you're on purple side, I mean, you get 2 picks early,
and then you get the last
pick.
You get the counter pick.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, again, so for pros, and I mean, some of these guys are very good, so I mean, maybe they're aspiring pros. It definitely matters a lot more.
Exactly.
Is, my Gold 4 is talking right now, so I think blue's overrated, but I'm sure that Samsung Blue is disagreeing with me right now.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But
they lost the pick and ban phase pretty hard every time, I gotta say.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Well, as true as that is, I never said that they lost any games.
No spoilers. No spoilers. So do we have somebody in this game that shouldn't be in this game? Is that what's going on? No, Baby Night Elves is right.
Are they talking about emo girl? They should be able to just kick somebody if we have that issue.
Is emo girl? Like, who are we missing? Can we start? Why can't we start? Sorry, guys. We're running low on staff. Obviously, if you've got to see me and you've got to see Sean. That being said, if you
we are
like
the only 2 observers.
If you would like to volunteer to do anything to help out Warrior Esports, volunteer at warrioresports.com. On the go to the web page, and on that last tab, it's got the volunteer website or volunteer email. So let us know if you want to help out. If you think you can cast rather than me or Sean.
That's very likely, by the way.
They're reconnected. What? It shows
we lost. Well, I lured the pit.
Oh, there they
off.
go. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we're just waiting on some connection issues here.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is not on Riot's side, and that everybody gets.
Yeah. No, it seems to be on their side. But that being said, if both these two went to DC at the same time, they've got to be, I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Just is Worlds on? Is the rebroadcast started?
It's very possible. So they shut everything else down.
The viewers were a little bit too low for Riot's liking.
Yeah, no, they gotta shut everything else down. They kill the internet.
It's the perfect crime. It's the perfect crime.
I still had that conspiracy theory that they screwed up Spectator for Worlds.
It's not that ridiculous, right? Because they do control it, and everyone came back. It's not like spectator mode was a problem, and then suddenly we swore off League. Here we are again, and we watched Worlds.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And it randomly broke for some weird reason, and they're like, yeah, we fixed it. Did they even say they fixed it? I think they patched something, and then it just started working.
Well, they said they were fixing it, and then suddenly they no longer said they were fixing it, and it was kind of fixed. They built in that 5 to 10 second buffer, and apparently that's all they needed.
Okay, gotcha.
But, yeah, that was a pain in the ass. That was terrible.
That was a nightmare.
That was bad for us.
Yeah, that was that hurt us something fierce. So, all right, I think we got our last guy. Let's go. Good to go. Let's check with the teams and get this started. The band should go quickly.
Yeah, I guess we'll get the same bands out.
Yeah. Same bands. The only problem with these things is, you hope no one does this on purpose so they can take advantage of thinking of what they want to pick now after the bans.
Right, stall it out or try and get a feel of what the other team's doing, for sure.
Exactly.
You hate to see that, but I mean, generally speaking, I feel like these guys are all pretty competitive, but in a good way. We haven't had a lot of bad manners. We haven't had a lot of people trying to take advantage of the rules. So I'm sure they're on the up and up.
Yep. No. And it looks like they're just swapping around to get the right people as first pick. So
I refuse to believe
there's
that
only
they're
one person on their team that's willing to ban.
Maybe. Well, you have to have a shot caller. Somebody's C9 high.
Exactly.
Mechanics a little bit questionable, but the shot calling is phenomenal.
Hey, he doesn't have to do anything as long as his team keeps winning.
I see. I can say that because I'm a big Cloud9 fan.
Yeah. Hey, Cloud9 revolutionized a lot of things. They just have to keep on that cutting edge because, as they even admit, their players aren't the most technically skilled.
Oh, absolutely not. They work really good as a unit, though. I feel like that's their strength. And I mean, even against Samsung Blue, we saw that they were just a little bit indecisive there in Game 4, or else perhaps they would have forced a fifth game.
Yeah. No. Yeah, they got close, and TSM got close, which is crazy. NA got stomped out last season.
All I know is that 2 North American teams made out of groups. Where were the EU teams? I didn't see any.
Where the EU teams belong.
That's right.
In the losers bracket. I like Wicked. I've always liked Wicked.
Yes.
I feel bad for him.
No, I mean, I like it when any of the NA or EU teams do well.
Yeah.
So.
No. All right, and here we go. We got Tristana picked up, and then an early Lee Sin and Rise, 2 power picks.
Yeah, I like those 2 picks a lot. Of course, Rise is the king of late game, and Lee Sin is kind of a jack of all trades.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a Tristana on the other team, who is again another king or queen, as the case may be, of late game.
Yeah, well, she did get that little bit of nerf, but we'll
true.
see if it affects her versus these two. I mean, she's still got the disengage, she's still got the jump, and she's still got the rocket.
She's her quintessential ADC. She does everything in this current meta that you need an ADC to do.
Mm-hmm.
We see Chocoboy's hovering Nami. I mean, that's a pretty powerful lane. With Nami's E onto a Tristana.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's stronger with Caitlyn.
Absolutely.
Because at early level, she's got that range.
Yes, absolutely.
I think with a Tristana, you've got to have a really early game support to boost that early game from Tristana.
You need to make sure she survives.
Exactly. And able to get that farm. And we see that J4 again, so there's our quintessential junglers.
Yes.
Lee Sin, J4.
I like it. The tank.
Kha'Zix.
Yep.
I don't agree that Elise is still one of those good junglers.
You don't see her get played very much anymore. I mean, she has a strong early game, but she falls off a cliff. And with this late game oriented meta that we're seeing, or mid to late game, she's finding a hard time finding her place. And we see Caitlyn locked in, hovering a Gragas.
Yeah. Well, Caitlyn's still one of those top tier. I mean, she always goes in and out of top tier ADCs, and she's still really, really good.
She is. Yeah, I guess there are better hyper carries, but she is well-rounded, right? She does have an escape. She has great range, so she can do some great sieging.
Yeah, no, definitely. And she can just push that tower. I mean, Tristana's buster shot's gonna kind of keep that lane cleared, and Janna we've seen from Worlds is a huge support.
Oh, absolutely. It makes perfect sense with a Jarvan on the other team. You'll keep that Caitlyn safe.
Exactly. Well, it's the disengaged supports. I mean, Nami and Janna, both of them, just can stop a team fight with press of one button. So now, definitely, let's see what blue team has to counter this with. I mean, and the Caitlyn poke with the Janna shield on is strong.
It is. Right. I mean, it's kind of your. I mean, it's your poor man's Nami. If you're looking for that early game poke.
Your poor man's Nami.
Not to say anything bad about Nami. She's quite good as well.
Well, you say the poor man's Nami, but Janna bubbles or Janna shield's a little bit better because it gives you that protection. Plus, it gives you just a flat 80 bonus. So Caitlyn, when she auto attacks and Qs, she's going to do more damage overall. Where Tristana has to auto attack multiple times.
That's true. It does. It definitely has more utility. And even on sieging as well.
Oh, and we see a Jace. Ooh. I heard some rumors about a Jace at Worlds, so...
Oh, yes. We saw a lot of Jace at Worlds. I mean, you wonder, though, Chocobo is, though, heavy on the AD here.
Very heavy on the AD. The only AP they got is Nami. Although, that being said, they've got true damage with J4, and Mundo does a lot of magic damage. People underestimate how much magic damage Mundo does.
He does.
So, but yeah, no, there's a lot of and you hate to see that because Ryze is one of those AP carries that stacks armor just naturally.
Exactly. Right, but to your point, Mundo likely, we don't know, but we're pretty sure the Mundo will be matched up in the top lane, so that magic damage, will be pressuring Ryze.
Yeah. I think that's a bad matchup versus a Jace. Jace is going to poke him down.
And a Jarvan. I mean, you've got a lot of range, but you're also, you're really a sitting duck. I mean, of course they have the Janna to try and counteract that, but into a Jace it'll be tough.
Yeah, I've played that lane a bunch. That's not a fun lane for Xerath because also once Jace gets that poke down on you, you can just jump in and I mean you've got to be on the ball.
I love Jace. I used to play him top. He was the only one I would play top.
When Jace first came out, here's my Jace story. When Jace first came out, I played him top for the first day he came out, and then I actually played versus the Riot member who designed him.
Really?
I did, and he told me we started playing the game, and I saw his name was Riot, whatever. I was like, "What do you think of Jace?" He was like, "I think I fucked up in this character." I was like, "What?" He was like, "I'm the one who designed him."
Wait, who is he playing?
Dude, I can't remember.
And did you beat him? You beat him
I did. I stomped him and laid something fierce. It was great. And that was the old Jace, back when he was broken,
Right.
Because he was way more broken when he first came out. I mean, his shifting did more damage, his Q did more damage, the cooldowns on his Q and his gate were so much lower.
Imagine that Jace still available today.
Yeah, well, I mean, when Mac Noon brought him out in Worlds last year, I mean, was.
I think he's really versatile. I mean, I like him as an AD.
Well, any of those champions that have 6 abilities instead of just the 4 that you normally get.
Sure.
Yeah, any of the. Elise is strong. Well, I don't think she's one of the stronger junglers. Elise is strong. Nidalee's strong. Lee Sin has multiple presses of his abilities.
Right.
Yeah. Jace.
You get more likely more damage off as a result. Because Jace can do his full combo, then he switches to melee, and he has, of course, his Q and his E.
Yeah, anyone that can do that transform. I mean, that's what that Gnar is still strong for that because he does have that transform. That's also one of the big things. While Rengar doesn't have those extra abilities, he does get those instant resets, which allows you to pull off more things when you can do those instant resets.
Right, and in the hands of a very good player with the ability to have quick reaction and multitasking, you're going to get a lot more done.
Yeah. In a 4-button game, when you bring in technically an extra couple of buttons,
I put that on a T-shirt. I like that.
A 4-button game.
Yeah,
it is. It's a 4-button game.
In a 4-button game, 6 buttons is king.
It is. No one can argue that League of Legends is not a 4-button game. Sure, there's flash.
Well, what about? I was going to say, come on.
League of Legends is a 4-button game. I mean, how many fingers do you use to play League? Most people use 3 fingers.
It's about right.
Some people use 4.
Yeah.
Most people use 3 fingers to play.
You know what? You say that, but I use all 10 because I'm a skill shot heavy player. So I use my mouse hand effectively.
Oh, mouse doesn't count. You know what I mean? Keyboard. Your keyboard. How many keyboard buttons do you press?
Yes, it's 4.
So, yeah, no, it's what it is. But, Yeah, no, you get that ability to transform and then have access to a whole other set of abilities. It's huge.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
I mean, what do you suspect from this game? What are we going to see early game?
we're gonna see a lot. Man, if Lee doesn't put up a lot of pressure, I think purple team's screwed.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Blue team. That being said, blue team's got to win early. If blue team doesn't win early, I mean, this is going to be on J4's back and Lee Sin's back. If they can't get their team ahead, they're going to lose. Because, as you pointed out, it's a lot of 80 damage on the blue team.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's a lot of armor stacking on the purple team. So their damage is going to fall off if they don't get ahead quick. So
I don't know if you noticed that the Rise is also not carrying a teleport, which is interesting. He's carrying the Ignite for the Mundo, but you wonder if he's going to lose out on that matchup, the Mundo split push, and having more of a team fight presence like globally.
Yeah, no, that's bad. Well,
yeah, I don't know. He's really putting a lot of emphasis on being able to 1v1 that Mundo with that Ignite, right?
Yeah, no. Well, that goes back to he wants to win the lane. He's not going to try and win the rotates. He wants to win that lane and get ahead. And it's not a bad plan. I mean, they're both weak early game, but I mean, Rise does have that range. If he can keep poking him down early and keep that Mundo low before he gets that regen, that could make that lane good. That being said, Lee Sin better be on the ball to counter gank for that Jarvan, because if Rise is pushed up on Mundo, J4 is going to camp top all day long.
Oh, absolutely.
So we'll see how that goes. This 2v2 could go either way, in all honesty.
Yeah, it's relatively even. I mean, I guess you would give the slight edge to a Trist late game, of course.
Yeah, Caitlyn's got the early game. They should have the early poke, I think, between the Janna shield and the Caitlyn Q. I mean, and the range. If she can keep Tristana off the creep wave long enough to get level 2, then it's just over. Just over. I want to see an invade.
And the laning phase at 4 minutes. Move to Dragon.
Exactly. I definitely want to see an invade from one of these teams. And whoever wins that invade is going to win this game.
There you have it. Bold statements coming out.
It just the way it has to be. Like, you've got to get that early invade.
There you do. Oh, all right. So we've got our
and
buffer.
Both teams have great invade. I mean, we've got Bubbles on the blue team, and we got Lisa and Rise on the purple team. I mean, there's great early invade potential from both these teams.
Well, Jace. I mean, to your point, all the stance dancers they come with 2 abilities at the beginning of an early invade. So Jace has his Q here, I think. Yes. So he's got 2 damage abilities.
Oh, but Lisa finds Jace hiding in the bush. It looks like they're all just going to set up a picket line. No one wants to go in.
Playing it safe.
Yeah, unfortunate. I think someone should have taken a risk.
You just want that so that you were right about your prediction. I know how this is.
I always call for the invade because I think it's smart. I mean, you got 2 minutes of nothing going on. I mean, if you've got a good early game team, you should push that advantage.
That's true.
I mean, we've seen so many times in a lot of these games, in Worlds and in even today. I mean, you get that early invade and you get those early kills and you put them behind. I mean, you're snowballing through the rest of the game. 3 buff starts are huge.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Puts the jungle behind. Suddenly, he's running to catch up the entire game, and he isn't able to put on that pressure that you talked about. Because, I mean, to your point, it's all going to be the eyes are going to be on Lee Sin and see how he handles the Jarvan.
Yeah, it's all on Lee Sin and Jarvan. I mean, if we could follow Lee Sin and Jarvan, and that's going to tell this entire game.
You say that, and at 2:45, Caitlyn will find herself out of position.
Maybe. Hey, see, blue team timed that ward. They're going for that 3 buff start.
There you are.
So you see Tristana's up there. She just puts the poke down, but they're not trying to get anything. They just want to confirm there are 3 people at blue buff. You are good at red buff. Take it.
Yeah, purple team clearly not defending as well there. We had Rise moving to getting some top farm a little early.
And did you see Mundo? Mundo went into the river bush and acted like he was coming from blue. And then here comes the J4 from behind on this Rise.
That is next level. I love that. We have a Jarvan gank.
Yeah.
Oh,
he misses the flag and drag.
Oh.
Rise doesn't even have to flash.
That's a shame.
So misplayed.
Oh. All right, remake the game to get a redo on that flag and drag. That's what we're doing here.
Well, the Mundo's quit moving in the bush. I'm wondering if he's having problems.
He may be. That really was an awesome idea and a great pickup on that Mundo coming and pretending like he was coming from blue. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down for next time. I go top lane.
Yeah, you gotta tell your friends.
Yes.
I don't have chat enabled, so let me turn it on so I can find out what's going on. Looks like blue team paused, so I'm wondering if it is the Mundo that froze up.
It was odd. He either was extremely disappointed in that flag and drag, and he just didn't know what to do, or he did disconnect.
That's it. I'm out. I quit.
I can't believe it. I suspect you are right, though.
Well, let's look at the lane CS right now, because Caitlyn is winning 1-up.
That she, you know, she's up by 30%.
She is. That's a lot. I mean, you go to the end of the game with those same percentages, and there's problems.
Well, that's true. But the jungle is tied. But Rise,
yeah. Mid lane's tied.
Wow, it is.
Mundo just said something. No, I can't see. The my chat bar is in the wrong place. I don't know how to move it.
Teams, both of your Warrior eSports staff are observing the game, so please.
All right, I think we're about to go. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey, I figured out how to move my chat bar.
Ah, awesome.
A big
All right,
clap
yes,
for me.
Here we go. Hey, I'll give you a clap. There you go.
All right, and yeah, here we go.
All right.
Good job to Rise, though.
Yeah, I mean, he did have a little bit of a sidestep there. Got it right.
Yeah.
And he should consider himself lucky, but perhaps a little bit skilled too.
Oh, Tristana hit level 2 first. Nami must have missed one of the experiences.
Oh, there she goes.
Yeah. Pressure's off there. We do see Lee Sin down in that bottom jungle. Did he take the red buff? Looked like he did.
I believe he did, yes. So it won't end up being a 3-buff start. He was able to get that red buff. That's kind of a misplay.
Oh, J4's going top again. Oh, Caitlyn's low. Lee Sin comes in, gets the kick, has to flash. Nami flash.
Oh!
I don't think they're going to get anything on this.
I don't think they will either.
Tristana jump back over their head.
It's going to be all over the Lee Q.
Stayed.
Oh, he's going to go!
Q. Lee Syndrome coming in.
Totally worth it.
Oh my God! Jenna got caught with the freaking tower.
Perhaps not as worth it.
No, especially because one of those kills went over to Tristana. So Trist is 2-1.
2-1. That is scary.
And Nami has double buffs, doesn't she?
Scumbag support. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, Nami's got the double buffs. Wow. That's gonna be rough for that Janna.
It will be.
Well, that'd be rough for Caitlyn. I mean, that's unlimited heal right now.
Exactly. I mean, she drops that E on herself, and that poke with the red buff is going to be painful.
Yeah, no. That poke, and then the heal poke, and then...
Oof. That's annoying.
Oh, if that bubble would have hit, that would have been a half-health Caitlyn instantly.
Yes.
So, rough lane. Rise is not doing too bad, being that he's been 1v2, you know, most of this game.
He's putting some good damage down. The Mundo misses the cleaver on a return.
And that Xerath is just having to play so far back. both his pots are down. And Jace started longsword 3 pot.
He still has 3 pots.
And
and you called it that this was going to be a very hard matchup for Xerath.
Yep. Lee Sin's top. Looks like he wants to try and make something happen. Gets the slow.
Oh, misses the cube. Oh, this is where the Ignite might come into play.
Yep. There we go. And Rise got the kill. Now they got to get that lane pushed into that tower, because Mundo's going to teleport back instantly. Nope,
Yes.
they're not going to push it.
Okay. Guess Rise feels like he can stay in lane.
Yep. Oh, and Jace finds Lee Sin rotating back down. Oh my god. That was good awareness from Jace, waiting for that Lee Sin, knowing he was going to come back to the jungle, not expecting that.
Yep. Heading to his race, probably.
Yep.
And Jarvan says, don't mind if I do. I'll take those race you were going for.
Because you're obviously dead.
Yeah. I feel pretty
Xerath's
confident.
just getting pushed around in the lane. I mean, there's not too much he can do in this. Oh, that's rough.
Having said that, he is still close in CS. I mean, I know he'll have to go back first and he'll start to lose some of that. But, I mean, he's keeping it as close as he can for now.
Yeah, but he's out of mana. Jace has mana, and Jace is just going to town on him. He threw the Ignite, and he's not gonna.
Oh!
He tried. Oh, Lee Sin comes in for the revenge, but knock away comes. Lee Sin's got nothing to follow this up.
Oh, he's gonna try.
Oh! He drove in!
Oh!
And J4's not in the right position. He's in the top jungle. Lee Sin's getting pinged out, but I think he's gonna make it out fine.
Tristana's going aggressive in the bot lane. Now he misses her bubble.
Yep, and Exhaust comes out from Janna to keep Trist safe, but and lots of aggression going back and forth, and it's the junglers making the plays.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, and Jace
That Jace.
Oh,
that
was a bit of a misplay. I mean, he needed to. He wanted to stick around, try and get greedy. Let's see if he could hit a long range acceleration gate Q. Probably would have been better just to let the Rise go back. Or excuse me, the Xerath.
Trist is going in hard. Oh, Caitlyn missed her Q. They really lost this trade. I mean, they're taking advantage of that Nami having all that mana. I mean, Nami still hadn't gone back yet. Didn't have to. She had blue buff.
Look at the CS on Tristana and Caitlyn. I mean, that's going to become a problem very quickly, especially that first dragon fight.
Yeah, well, Tristana's just saying, screw it, I'm going to push you in a tower. You can farm under tower.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jace is doing the same thing in all reality. I mean, I know Xerath has more CS now, but...
We have a gank in mid from the Jarvan. Takes the Xerath very low.
Yep, did Xerath blow his heal? Blew his heal, and his flash is already down, so... That's a rough lane there.
Jarvan will be coming, he'll be coming back very soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, all the summoners down mid, no mobility. Xerath's got to get 2 wards, and he's got to cover both sides.
Yes.
Just has to.
And then Lee Sin's going to have to provide him support, too.
Yeah, but Xerath's coming back with no wards. That's going to be rough.
That is... I think we'll see another gank on that Xerath sometime soon.
Very, very shortly. Alright, Caitlyn's getting her first back. She is not going to get the BF sword that Tristana has. So, goes with the pickaxe and boots. So, and this is going to be bad because Jace is going to pick up his blue right here. You're going to get the blue transferred over to him, and it's just going to be acceleration Q all day long. And while Xerath has wave clear, he doesn't have enough wave clear.
And Xerath also missed out on getting his own blue.
Now,
So that's gonna, I mean, Jace is gonna have wave clear forever.
yeah. Well, I'd also like to point out, and this is, I don't know, I think this is a mistake. Xerath went for that standard Chalice of Harmony, and that magic resist provides him no benefit in that lane.
Absolutely agree.
I mean, I know it sucks, but you've got to get a tier this game. You're going to get so much more out of that. Or you've got to go with straight damage. Like, you've got 2 choices.
You see, and that's kind of where I like the Jace pick up in the mid lane, because a lot of people aren't used to that. Generally, you see, especially from a pokey champion, You see AP come out of it.
Well, all these people are in high diamond. I mean, they've had to have done this matchup before.
Yeah, but you find you get into like a comfort build, and you're like, I'm losing. I just gotta get the build, and I know I can make plays or something along those lines. Which is
Look at that bottom lane. We got both junglers waiting to gank bottom lane. We got Jace hiding in that side bush, just getting the poke on Xerath. And Xerath hasn't been able to
this
respond.
Lee Sin is going low. Tristana another kill. 3-1, going for the Caitlyn. Probably. Oh, the exhaust.
She flashes in underneath the tower.
A little risky.
Oh,
Oh, Janna! Oh no!
Janna!
Oh, hero. Attempted hero.
So once she got out from underneath that tower, she needed to back up, and it looks like Xerath is just getting pushed back under his tower.
We have a 3-1 and 2 Tristana, up by 30 CS. This is going to get out of hand.
And then here comes Dragon. I mean, they're rotating it over. Double buff Tristana. It's no double buff Nami, but they unfortunately Caitlyn Janna were just not able to take advantage of hitting level 2 early.
We're not. Yeah, Nami was a little bit late to the lane. Missed probably the first CS. XP.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, and there's Xerath getting poked out. I mean, he's got to get a ward on that side bush. Jace just keeps hiding down there and shooting him.
You wonder. I know these are all high diamonds, but this Jace pick has just come into vogue recently, so you wonder if Xerath has even had a chance to play against a Jace mid.
I've played against Jace mids before. I don't know. Maybe it's just in this guy hasn't done it, but. Oh, and Mundo's baiting him out. There comes the ignite. There comes the flash. Rise has the flash, and with his E is able to get a good bounce to take out the kill.
The ignite paid dividends there.
Yeah, that it did. It has been. I mean, Mundo hasn't been able to make a teleport anywhere. That being said, he hasn't had to go into the bottom lane at all. Oh, and the kick out from Rise. Lee Sin goes in. Bubbles.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad for purple team. They need to back away. Oh dear. Xerath, can he get the Nami?
No, he throws him out trying to get the rangy shots, but he just didn't have, there was no vision there. So it was all blind. Oh, and he walks back into the Jace.
No, that's not where you want to be, Xerath. Oh,
Janna, let's see if she can disengage this. He flashes over the wall, but he's still in a bad place.
I don't think there's any way he gets
get out of there.
He's running the wrong way. He's running into the base.
He's going to have to suicide. I don't see any other escape for this. Although he's going to try and make it through their red buff.
Okay, well the Mundo is going to have to be Johnny on the spot now.
That's bad. But he's going to make it out.
Yeah,
holy crap.
Mundo probably assumed he would die, but he should have started rotating to mid from the bottom
and Jace doesn't have boots yet.
That's true.
So Jace couldn't even give chase. No chase from the Jace.
No chase.
Yeah, I did that. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel...
and Tristana claims another tower. That's 3-0 towers.
Yeah, the gold lead has it's about 5,500 now.
Yep. 3-0 towers plus a dragon.
Yeah, this is becoming, especially when you have a Tristana on your team and a Jace. Become harder and harder to come back from.
Yeah, no, and you see that really shallow pink ward because they want to make sure that their jungle's safe. I mean, they need that. And Mundo's lane swapped this out. He's just gonna push this solo lane. He doesn't even want to fight Rise anymore. That ignite has scared him off. Is that
He'd rather combat the exhaust.
That's an early mobility captain's boots. A captain's boots mobility rush from Janna. What do you think of that?
That I don't know that I've ever seen that. It's before a sight stone.
That's before everything.
Wow.
I don't know what Janna's trying to accomplish with that. I mean
playmaking, right? Does captain increase speed of your
of your friends moving towards you? So I mean, there's a lot of mobility that she's adding to her team, but they've really hurt their vision game.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I mean, I like it maybe in lieu of getting a medallion. That helps in some way for like a late game team fight chase or something, but yeah, early I don't like it as much.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Tristana farming versus Rise. I mean, that's basically just a free farm out there. Oh, Jace with double buffs. That's rough. And it looks like they're gonna four-man this top tower with Mundo with teleport on bottom lane. I mean, this is easily gonna turn into a 5. Caitlyn's not gonna be in position. Sure, she's gonna get free farm, but they're gonna lose a tower.
I mean, they're unaware of this too. I mean, if you look at the vision, it is by far in Chocoboy's favor. There are 2 pinks out for purple team, and that is it.
And Jace stayed mid though. Oh, Rise gets bubbled, but it's under the tower. Lee Sin's kick comes up short. Xerath goes back mid to try and clear this wave out, but damage is done. That middle tower, like, sliver of health. Top tower's going down. They got no one there to defend it.
Oh, good kick from Lee. Oh, he might actually get this Jarvan when the Nami heal comes out.
Yeah. And he flag and drags away, and Tristana's just gonna tear this middle tower up.
Meanwhile, objectives.
Yeah. Objective control from the blue team is so strong. I mean, I'd like to say it's because blue team is just objective focus, period. I mean, it's not the lack of Sightstone from Janna. We can't blame her for that.
Absolutely not.
They were losing objectives way before Sightstone was relevant, but
having said that, it's going to be that vision war that might get you that pick to get you that that one kill, and then you start to push the lane. So it's still
just
important.
sitting there auto attacking Mundo all day. Mundo doesn't care. And it looks like my keyboard's not working.
That's okay. I'll be your keyboard.
Yeah, well, I was trying to check the gold to see how much Caitlyn had. Caitlyn's at 13. She can't even afford a BF sword yet.
No, she can't. She's close, but she'll need another wave.
It's crazy.
Yeah, she is down 2,500 to that Tristana.
Those 4 kills.
Oof.
Like, huge. 4 kills, 4 towers, and a dragon. Huge, and this is going to be another dragon. I mean, here's lack of vision. I mean, we got a Sightstone out from Lee Sin. Maybe that's what Janna's thinking, you know? Lee Sin's got the Sightstone. I don't need to get one. I'm behind.
For sure, but I mean, I still like. I mean, you can never have too much vision. I mean, I like two Sightstones has proven to work.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, at least in getting a Sightstone, that's an extra Sightstone.
Yeah.
Well, and that being said, everyone still has a warding totem.
Right.
So I mean, it's not like anyone's jumped out for a sweeper yet. At which blue team has all sweepers.
One scrying orb.
And a scrying orb.
Mm.
It's insane.
I'm trying to think of the thinking behind the Janna. Like maybe get an early McHale's, but there's nothing really to McHale's on the other team, so I'm still not sure about the mentality.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's certainly not the reason that they've fallen behind, but it might make it difficult to get back.
Yeah. Well, and there's the Sightstone coming out now. Lee Sin kind of gets caught in the jungle, but he's able to ward hop out, and looks like they're now making a play. 5-man bottom. This is gonna be a 5-on-5 for this bottom tower. Let's see how strong this blue team thinks they are. And there's the poke out from Jace.
Oh,
huge damage.
Hurts.
Lee Sin's just over here, 1v1 in Mundo.
I don't think that's where you want to be. Although Mundo can't. Okay, hold on. He's got his team rotating around.
Yeah. I mean, purple team's just taking so much poke. That Jace is doing so much damage. And Xerath's just not getting anything out on this team. I mean, nothing's sticking damage-wise on this team.
I mean, I think they can just sit in lane and keep poking and wearing this tower down. I don't think they need to get too fancy.
Yep. Well, they got the pink ward out in the blue bush. They stole their blue, so Xerath kind of got the mana that he's got. And there's the poke. Another one. Lands hard on Caitlyn. And they're just wave clearing it out.
Well, I mean, you got to give purple team credit. They are holding.
They just hold. They only lost their blue buff and a good chunk of health off that tower. Their 2 last inner towers are just low, and those don't regen.
No, they don't. No, that mid tower is going to fall in one push.
Mm-hmm.
Mid tier 2.
So yeah, no, it won't take much at all.
I'm trying to think of ways to get back in this game, and it's going to be difficult.
Well, I would have liked to see Xerath get an arm guard and go towards
Yes.
that hourglass. I mean, the armor would have helped out so much more in this fight. But it looks like he's just going for straight damage.
Mhm.
Like you said, get stuck in those certain builds.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah. He has his build, and it works for him, and
Mhm.
he doesn't like to deviate, perhaps.
yeah.
And I mean, maybe he'll start making.
Oh, and Tristana catches Caitlyn. Oh, and Caitlyn.
Oh, right into the
misses
trap though. Oh, the ult comes out from Trist.
And that last auto attack does it.
Yes.
And then here's that push, cleaning up that middle tower. Xerath's already at half health.
And this
I
way that
mean-
teleport comes into play here, because Ryze, even though they see him top lane and they know he can't become part of this team fight all that quickly, he has to recall.
Yeah, he can't push that tower because they're gonna lose an inner one. He just can't. Look at all those purple. Look at all those words. Look at all those words down on that side. I mean, they see it happening now. And Lee Sin makes the dodge of the bubble. In comes J4. Ryze is going low.
Ooh.
Early ult from Caitlyn. I don't
Just
know.
trying to put the damage out to Tristana, but Jace was able to take it.
Yep. And Xerath's finally getting some poke out there. That's been needed for a while. So, and that's the last of the outer towers. I mean, now they're in the castle. Let's see if the Caitlyn and Xerath can keep that castle siege down. I don't know. This Jace poke is getting out of hand. I mean, he's got a Last Whisper now. He's got a Mira Mana that is almost fully stacked.
It's at 633.
Yeah. I mean, it's about to transform, and this Jace is going to be a powerhouse. Let's see. What's he sitting at? He's 268 AD right now.
Well,
He's
that
got
Ryze
another-
did finish his rod, and he's getting ready to probably build into a Frozen Heart at some point, I imagine, right? So he'll
He's
start to
nowhere
armor
near
up.
frozen. That being said, we said that he's the AD, or he's the AP that normally builds a lot of armor. He's got no armor.
No armor. Yeah, the only armor item that I can see. Well, okay, so Janna has cloth armor, and Lee Sin has a chain vest and ninja
Yep.
heavies, but not that much armor. You would think you would stack a little bit more against this team.
Yeah, I think that is going to be a huge downfall. And there's the flash. 2 flashes. Janna gets caught in Cataclysm. Her Hurricane was already down.
Oh, that's
Oh my
Tristana
God,
shredding the
Tristana!
Xerath! Went a little too deep, though.
Yep. We get Lee Sin comes in, lands the Q, comes
Ooh.
back, gonna kick her in, but the kick just assassinates her. She's just that low, so good play by Lee, but in all reality, if he wouldn't have tried to ward hop, he could have kicked her, killed her, and then ward hopped out and survived.
Yes. And they'll assuredly give up a dragon for this.
Now Dragon is definitely gone. Where do you think Jace is going with that second pickaxe?
I was thinking.
He's
there it
going for
is.
a Black Cleaver.
Yep.
Okay. I was like, where is that other pickaxe
I mean,
going?
he's
I forgot they changed
anticipating
that.
the armor builds.
Yeah, he's got so much armor pen, like he's almost doing true damage now.
That's true. Oh, we lost the Bundo again.
Yeah. Like, we should see a pause here any second. There it is. Yeah, I mean, let's look at this. I mean, he's got 20 flat from Brutalizer, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just 10. It's 10 flat from Brutalizer. He's got 35% from Last Whisper. He's most likely got the 8% from Runes and Masteries. So, we look at... Ryze has 30 armor. No.
Ryze is 72.
Ryze has 72
Yes.
armor. I mean, he might as well have 30 armor for what Jace is doing to him.
Effectively, it'll be 30 to 40 armor or something.
Yeah,
along those lines.
Caitlyn's got 68. Lee Sin's got 134.
So
Janna's got 72.
he'll be hit as if he has 80 armor.
Yeah, Xerath has 58. I mean, we should have seen a Seeker's Arm Guard from Xerath with all the AD damage that's on this team.
Yeah.
We should have seen a rush for a Frozen Heart. I mean, why don't we have the Rise Frozen Heart? I mean, that's...
I think that, I mean, with a Tristana and a Jace, that has to be on the radar early. I know that Rise has to get that tier, has to start stacking his Rod of Ages, but, you know, again, you
yeah, well, and then he went for the
on these
Blasting
comfort
Wand
bills.
thinking he needed more damage. He gains more damage and more just straight up damage by getting...
Well, is he trying to finish that Seraph's Embrace early? Is that what that Blasting Wand is for?
It must be. I mean, his tier is just at 573 stacks. So, I mean, he got a tier late. I mean, he had to have gotten that tier after he got the Rod. Yeah, because the Rod's almost stacked.
Which is
The
a little
Rod's
bit
one stack away.
an interesting choice. Typically, you see the Rise go for the tier first.
Yeah.
But again, I'm also not a Diamond player.
Well, yeah, but everyone's a Diamond player, 2020 hindsight.
That's yes, Monday morning quarterback.
2020 hindsight, we're all Diamond players, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Especially when I can watch a replay and the game is moving at half speed. I don't miss a skill shot when it's like that either.
No. I mean, these guys have got a lot of mechanical skill, but like, look at how much damage that Rise took. Like, one Tristana Q.
Scrying Orb from Tristana spots the whole team out.
You know, and Janna with her captain's boots in the back of the line. No.
Looks like they were actually
Sorry,
trying
I'm
to
just
get.
gonna make fun of those.
You wonder if the Sightstone was in response to the casting she heard, but you have to think she'd get a Sightstone eventually anyway.
I think eventually she was going to get one. I think she should have gotten one early. I mean, being behind, you need the vision. And you just do. I mean, you can't go anywhere other than vision. I mean, you can't rush an item when you're behind. I mean, if you're ahead, rush an item. When you're behind, get that vision and help your team out.
So how do you feel about Scrying Orb? Because I don't think I have ever actually gotten it. Do you see its
as
use?
an AD carry? It's a necessity.
Is it okay?
One person on your team needs it because you can't face check every bush. You can't say, "Hey, go ward that bush." How many times have you walked into that bush where you're like, "I think they're there, but the only way I can check is to put a ward in it,"
Many times.
and then you're dead.
Exactly.
So.
All right.
In a coordinated team, you've got to have one Scrying Orb, whether it comes from your mid lane or whether it comes from your AD carry. And look at that, like, Jace lands 1 Q,
A nice
3
spread of damage.
people on the purple team are down to half health. 1 Q.
They're getting to this point where this Mundo can just start to tank this tower up. And they can siege it down.
And Caitlyn's at a quarter health. It's crazy.
Here it goes.
You know, there's just not enough survivability yet on this purple team. I mean, Lee Sin's got some armor now.
There he does. He's building into a Randuin's, looks like.
Yeah.
Rise finished that Seraph Embrace a little bit early than you typically see. Still no armor.
Yeah. Well, the Archangel staff is there. It's not the Seraph's Embrace yet. He's still got another 100 stacks. Well, and by doing that, you also lose the passive stacks from your tier.
Right.
So, because the Archangel staff doesn't get the passive stacks. So.
Yeah, not really the best decision to finish that out of order.
Yeah, well, again, armor. Like, if purple team builds nothing but armor from now on, that's their best bet. Oh, and Lee Sin gets the kick, goes in, but that's the engage, and that's horrible. Oh my god, Rise gets caught out. Xerath's on the wrong side of the wall. Mundo's just walking, "Hey, I'm Mundo, I go where I please." Infinite slows.
Mundo hasn't even ulted yet. This is
Nope.
gonna be this is
Jace gets
bad.
1 Q, Xerath goes down, Tristana jumps over the wall, takes out Caitlyn, and this is the base. I
Obviously, an inhibitor. Will they? I mean, will they? Oh, they surrender.
That's
Surrender.
right there. I think we heard GG's go through the chat bar, and that's it.
Wow.
I would have expected more armor from that team.
I would have as well.
I can't believe there was not more armor. And all I can say on that one. All right, well, congratulations to Choco Boys, new winners, Warrior Esports. For you guys who haven't been here before, make sure you email your roster to admin@warrioresports.com. And we'll get prizes disseminated out. Definitely do that. And I think we'll try and get an interview with these guys, being as they are new. So if you are from the Choco Boys, please contact Valkyr or myself, Label Out, and if you guys want to get on Skype and tell us how you won the games and won the day. So we're gonna go to break real quick, and if we have them on, we'll be back.
All right, sounds good. See you guys.
Hey, welcome back, guys. We're unable to get a hold of the winning team, but congratulations to them anyways. So we're going to sign off for this week. We're going to look forward to seeing you guys next week. If you guys are seeing this on YouTube or it live, remember, we need help.
Yes.
So if you want to volunteer to... go ahead.
No, I was saying we, as in the two of us, we both need help.
We do need help. We need casters. We need people to help out with the stream in many ways. So if you feel like you want to help, message us at volunteer@warrioresports.com and get on board with the team. So.
Yeah, that's how I joined. I emailed. I found you guys on a Reddit thread, and the rest.
And now you're an integral part of the team.
I know. I mean, if we can make an analogy, it's like holding together an engine with paper clips, and I'm the paper clips. You know.
Aww. You're more like duct tape.
Oh, thank you. So I have more utility than paper clips. That's good. Very good.
All right, but thanks for showing up, and we'll see you guys next week. And enjoy Worlds, because I think it's on right now.
Yes, yes, it is. So, yep, I'll see you guys next week, and keep playing League. Good times.
Bye, guys.
Bye.